Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Take It to the Hizzy Fantasy Football TITTH number 66. I'm your host, Justin Bruni. I got Imran Khan and Nick Davis with me. Say what's up, guys. Turn off your phones, too.
What's up, y'all? Sorry.
No big deal.
What's going on, guys?
Nice little way to start the show. Get those turned off, turned down.
Yeah.
Mine may still be on, for all I know. How's your guys' weeks going? How's things?
It's going good. Just, having fun, living the life in paradise like always.
Life in paradise, says Nick. How about you, Imran?
It's been a quiet week. Nothing really going on in the country, right?
But nothing exciting.
Yeah, nothing exciting. But no, it's been a good week. We made it to Thursday, right? This game kind of seemed in jeopardy yesterday. Niners shutting everything down. I checked this morning. I was like, is this game still going to happen tonight?
Yeah, I was really worried. I mean, names just keep rolling in. Bourne, Ayuk, Dylan on the other side, Jamal Williams on the other side. Yeah, I mean, I had people texting me before the game like, so are we playing this game tonight? Like, should I start McKinnon? Like, is that still a thing? Or is this going to Tuesday, Monday night doubleheader, whatever?
That's what I was wondering, too. I was like, it's probably going to be another Monday night doubleheader.
Yeah, we'll kind of get to that a little bit because we got some teams to go through here that actually are, pretty COVID relevant. And I'm kind of thinking that we're looking at a Monday night doubleheader or a Tuesday game. We'll see what we get, but Let's dive right in. TITTH number 66. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to week 9. We are here. Just made it to the halfway point of the season. With that, the Hizzy crew here has a big announcement. Yeah, we're growing. We had a couple of people reach out to us at the beginning of the year. Asking about, joining the crew, adding to some writing content, maybe being on air at some point. So yeah, we're adding a couple of writers. We're pretty excited about it. You want to introduce Tom?
Yeah, Tom Exel. I met him in Frostburg. He was in a different fraternity, but we partied up and we followed on Twitter. So I'd always seen that he was wanting to write, and I saw a tweet, and I sent it to Justin. It was like, hey, people are looking to write, and he passed our test. So I'm very excited to have him on. He's a Giants fan. I think he'll add a lot of good content. And he's a great guy.
I like that. Pass the test. Answering the call there. Welcome aboard, Tommy.
What's up, Tom?
We're also bringing on Steve Hammond. Steve went to high school with me, a local of Grant Park, Illinois. Also, alma mater alum of Eastern Illinois.
EIU.
Let's go. Another Panther on board. So I'm pretty excited to have him, having a local guy on the team. So welcome aboard, Steve. Welcome aboard, Tommy. Tommy's first article, I believe, is going to be out tomorrow, Friday?
Yeah, should be out tomorrow or Friday.
He's going to be doing some boomer bust, and Steve is taking on some sitter starts for your week 9 lineups. His article will be out Saturday, so look out for those. We'll be looking to be sharing them on Facebook, Twitter, hitting around the groups and what so. So yeah, we're pretty excited, pretty pumped. Welcome aboard, guys. All right, now we got that taken care of. Let's jump into the Monday night preview. How we looking? Who is on the Packers? Anyone? Bueller?
I am.
Spread or money line?
Both.
Spread or money? You're okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm taking the 49ers +7. Imran? Packers probably win at money line.
I say 49ers upset.
Oh!
I'll do it.
Wow.
Nick Mullins season.
I think Nick Mullins is going to be a big part if they do win for sure.
So if I can give you a little bit like a 10-second reason on why, I think Kyle Shanahan, one of the smartest guys in football. I love the way he schemes. It's beautiful the way he does it. What did the Minnesota Vikings do? They have Kirk Cousins, shitty ass at quarterback. Ran the fucking ball down their throat. What's the one good
14
thing?
attempts.
Yeah. And what did the Packers do? Not a damn thing. Jermichael Hasty, I don't know if he's any good. Jerick McKinnon, they're just going to do the same thing until Green Bay stops them. And Mullins, he's going to play smart enough.
They are missing Trent Williams on the line. That's a big deal. But this run zone offensive scheme, I mean, to me, it's like kryptonite to any run defense, right? And we watched the Vikings run all over the Packers last week. Packers are on a short week. I don't know. I'm lending more upside to the 49ers here. Short week at home, have the running game advantage. To me, the simple formula to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers is heavy rush on Aaron and double up Devontae Adams. Take away their weapons. Aaron Jones is going to be back tonight. He is active. What type of role do you think he's going to have, Nick?
Who are we talking about again? Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Is he going to be? Is he going to have a role?
They're going to run him into the ground. I think if he's in, they're going to really push the envelope with the rush to try and set up the pass for Davante Adams. Davante Adams is basically the main weapon in Green Bay. You see these weird games of like 14 receptions, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like I fully expect that kind of game, but the Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator of the 49ers, has to shut down Davante Adams if they want to shut down Green Bay. It's just how it is. But I think if Aaron Jones is in, he's going to be a big part of their offense because, Matt LaFleur does like to run the ball, but he still has Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I was on the same page with you here, Imran. Tonight's a coach's battle. You're missing a ton of weapons. I'm giving the upside to Shanahan at home. I think they're going to be leaning on the run quite a bit. The Packers, man, I hope they don't run Aaron Jones into the ground. His calf is beat up. Maybe he's better than we expect. Maybe he could have came back last week. I don't know. We're just getting the information really not that long ago, that he is going to be active only about a couple hours. So I think if you own Aaron Jones, you probably don't have many more options to start over him. But I'm saying tonight he's a sit candidate for me. Like I do not feel comfortable with him. The rushing defense for the 49ers still very, very good. I know that they're beat up, but I'm giving the upside to the home team here. I'm not even saying the home team's going to win. I'm just saying they're going to cover 7 points, cover a touchdown at home. Packers didn't look great last week. I think they can do it. I think the 49ers as a whole are still a better team, even with the roster tonight, than the Vikings as a whole.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's just every team has those weird games. And yes, everybody knows I hate the Packers. You see what's on my head. But the thing is, like I was talking to Justin before last week's show. I said, why are the Packers only -6.5 at home against the Vikings? They kicked their ass a couple weeks ago, and the Vikings were actually trying then, and then they gave up now, right? Traded Yannick, and then Daniil Hunter was on IR. I was like, they're going to destroy them. They're going to drop 50 on them.
I had the Packers to cover. I know.
Had them. They busted a bunch of our parlays. I hate these fuckers even more now.
Just a smokescreen, man. That was embarrassing. I couldn't believe it.
I've been saying this all year, and people call me a hater. Is they have not beat a team. Any team they beat this year did not have a winning record when they played. And it's
49ers 4-4.
I mean, that would be the now they beat the Saints who were 1-1. But I mean, it's still like they have a problem, and that's why I thought they were going to win on Sunday. But I just think that running game, Mullins he plays it very safe. I think we're going to see a Jordan Reed touchdown, Nick's boy.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe it. I see
a
Kittle performance from Reed, to be honest.
So yeah, and getting to that just really quick. Kittle's first game out when Reed was in, scored 2 touchdowns.
Bang bang.
But also, Aaron Rodgers is probably watching this somewhere, and he knows what I'm saying. He's probably going to throw for 6 touchdowns tonight.
Stop it. No,
Aaron Rodgers is watching. Please say hi.
No.
Hop in the chat and tell us your favorite team.
Please.
Cowboys.
Yeah, it is. Growing up, that was his favorite team. That's hilarious. I mean, there is that factor too, right? Like the revenge from last year. The 49ers put it down on the Packers last season, in the regular season, in the playoffs, preventing them from going to a Super Bowl, and their quarterback only had to throw like 10 times, right? Let's dive into that a little bit. Mullins versus Garoppolo. I mean, realistically, is this an upgrade for the 49ers tonight? I mean, yes. Garoppolo's been
passing
bad.
Wise, yes.
He's been bad.
He's been bad. I don't know if he's ever been healthy ever since he got hurt. I just, that one game they pulled him out.
They were saying that he cannot plant any pressure on that throwing foot. So it's like, what do you expect?
We're going back a couple weeks ago. I think it was the Dolphins who just blew them out at home. And I was like, they pulled him at half. They said it was injury because he looked like dog shit that game. He looked awful. And maybe he actually is hurt. But I think Mullins will be an upgrade just because I think he's healthy.
Right. I mean, not having these receivers there, that's a problem, though, right? Like, no Debo, no Ayuk, obviously Kittle. He's the number one receiver there. Who are we liking tonight, Imran? Who are you feeling tonight for the wide receiver room for the 49ers?
Wide receiver room?
Yeah. Ayuk. No, he's out.
Ayuk's out?
Yeah.
Who's left?
That's what I'm asking you. I got it.
I know. Oh, hold on. This is a huge thing for the Niners, right? They're 4-4 this year. They lost. First round pick this year, Brandon Ayuk is out. Nick Bosa, who was their first round pick a couple years ago, is out. But I have no fear. It's like they have a second round pick this year. They got Kevin White suiting up 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Sold.
On the board.
We were talking about that earlier in the day. Like, I mean, Kevin White's got to be your captain, right?
I actually have him as my captain. He cost a grand total of $200. I had like 16,000 left over. So I have him. And then also River Cracraft.
River Cracraft.
Yep.
Cracraft. He was my receiver in my face of the franchise in Madden last year. And all I did was dump it down to him.
There's no one
Craig.
there, but someone has to catch the ball from Nick Mullins, and Nick Mullins is more of a gunslinger than Jimmy G. Jimmy G honestly just exists to hand the ball off to whatever running back is back there running for 100 or 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's not Raheem Mostert anymore, right? Steve is in the chat. What up, Steve? He's in there repping the brand. Trent Taylor, big game tonight, says Steve.
Oh yeah, Trent Taylor.
Make a dollar holler on some Trent Taylor tonight. Maybe Trent Taylor touchdown.
Kevin White. I'm going Kevin White. I'm in.
I know you are.
But
I know you are.
You mentioned the chat, but we got to shout out the guys on Facebook. Facebook, it's been hard to keep up. It's popping.
I got to give a shout out to Leo Thompson. Thank you for coming in. His favorite team's the Cowboys, so he got an entry into the hoodie. Thank you for dropping your team into the chat. Glad to see you here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate having everybody in. We're pumped for the episode tonight. 66 is pretty lit so far.
We got an international viewer. Shout out to Miguel. I think he came to us via Luis
live from
one
Japan.
Of his friends, live from Japan.
I said, wow.
Commitment there.
I shouted that out in the chat. Live from Tokyo. Yeah. Maybe not Tokyo, but some dude called into the Pat McAfee show saying he's from Japan. So what are you doing in Japan, bro? I'm gonna ask the same thing Pat McAfee asked his guy in the chat. Like, how did you get there? How long have you been there?
Are you stuck over there?
Because, it's kind of hard to travel internationally.
Right?
Yeah.
Could be military.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to wonder if it's military or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's been something.
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody showing up tonight. We're really pumped. Any other sitter starts here? I mean, Jordan Reed's, he's going to get his touchdown, get him in the game. He's one of my opponents tonight, so I'm sure he'll score a touchdown. But I think he gets a touchdown and then gets immediately hurt.
Military. That's why he's in Japan.
Just saying.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. The other thing I was going to say was for the Packers, all week we were wondering, Jamal Williams is out, who was doing pretty well while Aaron Jones was injured.
AJ Dillon's out, so no love there.
Dillon's out. He's also out. So
make a dollar holler on a Dexter Williams behind Aaron Jones or a Tyler Ervin.
I think it's Tyler Ervin. I'm wondering how much he's going to eat into it because I think what's going to cause a problem for the Packers is the calf injury for Jones. I don't know, man. I think he's playing just because they have no choice.
I'm worried. I really am. Like I said, he's a strong sit candidate for me tonight. I mean, I don't know how you do it because he's a second round, third round pick. Probably should have gone in the first.
Might have been first for some reason.
Shame on us.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Every league I saw him going in the second or third round, end of the second, beginning of the third.
Early second, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get out of him tonight, but my gut is telling me nothing great. Maybe a touchdown, but I don't know about the volume.
I think it's TD dependent for him to have any value, and I can't take that risk because that's one of those things. If it's a Thursday, your star hangs like a 3 or a 5. It's a long few days to Sunday. I mean, you probably don't have a better option, but if you can, I would.
What about Taylor Irving?
Tyler Ervin, Imran dropped him. I think he could be an option. I think he's more of like the gadget type of guy,
Okay.
And around reverses,
scat back.
I think he could have some value. If you're in a PPR league, I think he could have some value. Because somebody's got to catch the ball. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy Two Socks, Tom Exel checking into the chat. He said Green Bay should bribe Peyton Hillis to come play.
Oh man, that'd be a great guy. He actually said he'd come out of retirement to play for the Browns this year. So call him up.
They've got Dearness Johnson, sir. They'll be fine. They're gonna make it over there. Amon Green has got to be free to play today, says Steve. Yeah, I think Amon Green's probably available.
Oh, dude, he was something.
I'll take Peyton Hillis over Amon Green though right now. Just saying.
What about Eddie Cheeseburger Lacey?
Can you pull him away from the buffet?
No. Thanks to the Lacey. Me and Big Ed. We're not on speaking terms. Me and Big Ed are not on speaking terms. All right, so let's jump into some props for this game. Let's go into some over-unders. We'll do the over-unders, and then we'll jump into the Thrive after that, Nick.
Okay.
Give me 1 sec here, loading it up. Aaron Rodgers, 279.5 passing yards. Over or under? I am taking the
under for me.
I'm taking the over, and half of that will go to Devontae Adams.
All right, so Nick, you are on the script tonight. It is all Devontae Adams, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards, 10 catches. You're following that script.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna remember that for the rest of these overs.
Okay.
And unders. Mullins, 225.5.
Over.
I'm gonna take the over.
He smells like a 230-yard tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over from Mullins. So give me that. Passing touchdowns. Ooh, Rodgers, 2.5. You got to take it, right?
Yeah. I mean, three of them are going to go to Devontae Adams. So
Nick's on the over there.
Over.
I'm still taking the under. I think
Two.
I think a 2 is still a very good game for Mr. Rogers.
Mhm.
Nick Mullins, Nick, can he hit at 1.5? Can he hit 2 passing touchdowns?
yeah, I think 2 is absolutely possible.
Well, obviously, he's going to throw 7 to Kevin White.
Oh,
So,
shit.
No, I'll take the over on that.
Yeah, I'll take the over too. Kevin White's season is here. Skip fall. What do we need fall for? We got Kevin White season. Let's see. Passing completions, 25.5 for Aaron Rodgers. That's
Under.
That's a tough number there, Imran. That's a tough number there.
Pass completion.
I guess I'm gonna say under.
Rogers, I'm
Under?
taking the under. Yeah. If you don't think he's getting the yards, I don't think he's getting those completions.
Yeah, I think you're right. But man, he's got a big arm. That Aaron Rodgers, big arm Rodgers. Nick Mullins, 19.5. I'm gonna take the over. Yeah, we're feeling that.
You're saying he's going to get to 20? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if the game is exactly how Nick says it is,
It's definitely going to be exactly how I say it is. Listen to everything I say. I'm just kidding.
if it's exactly what Nick says it is, then Mullins has got to be chasing points tonight too. Like if Rodgers is doing that, then Mullins has got to be playing the same pace. Like if they're down 14 in the first quarter, the run game's gone. Like it's going to be Mullins just chucking it all over the place. So yeah, give me the over there for 19.5.
Taking the under because I think they're going to run the ball heavy. It's going to be a very similar blueprint.
You're saying. No, what are you talking about? Nick Mullins came in and threw like a billion times last week in comparison to Garoppolo.
He's better.
Get that pulled up really quick.
He's better than Mahomes, dude. Did you know?
He played a good team last week, though.
Let me see this really quick. Come on now.
I think they're
Come
gonna
on
run the ball,
now.
and I think Green Bay's going to have a hard time stopping it.
So Garoppolo last week, he threw for, what was it? Before he was taken out, he had only made 16 pass attempts. Mullen came in at the end of the third? Is that what it was? End of the third? He got 25.
But it's a different game, though. He's coming in the start of the game, and they're playing a team they know can't stop the run.
Yeah.
And that's their strength. So I think they're going to really control the game. I think 19.5 is a number right now we're looking at. We're saying, it's easy money, 20. Do not be surprised if he ends up with like a 17 to 25 night just because of I'm taking the under.
He had 18 in that last game and just a quarter and a half, not even. I got to take the over. I'm hammering it. Rushing yards, Aaron Rodgers, 11.5.
Over.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
He can scramble.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm taking that.
This one I really like. Hasty, 65.5.
Over.
Give it to me.
Yep.
Give it to me. Jerick McKinnon, 25.5.
Over.
Under.
I'm going to say under just because I think he's a pass catcher tonight. I think McKinnon is a pass catcher. I think they need it. Obviously, he's got the ability. So, yeah, give me Jerick McKinnon as a receiver tonight and not necessarily a rusher, under 25.5. For reference, they have not given us a single Green Bay running back prop. So the book doesn't know, so neither should you. I'm sitting Aaron Jones. Sorry. Receiving yards, Devontae Adams, 89.5.
Over.
All right, so
easy money.
I'm gonna ask you another one.
Go ahead.
95.5.
Over.
110.5.
Over.
I'm going to say under for Adams. I'm going to say under for Adams. Jerick McKinnon, 28.5.
Under.
Over. Receiver.
Oh, yeah. No, still under.
All right. Give me the over for McKinnon. What do you got, Imran?
For McKinnon?
Yeah, 28.5.
Oh, yeah. Receiving?
Yeah.
I take under. I think he's going to do more damage as a running back.
So you're taking the over on the rush then?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. MVS, 28.5.
Oh, easy. Over.
Yeah, I take it. It could happen in a play. Take it happen one play.
50 yards of the 200 whatever for Rodgers is going to go to MVS.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take over 20. I don't feel good about it, though.
Robert Tonyan, 37.5.
Oh, over. He's going to get 50.
I'll take it.
Under.
Tommy Two Socks says Tanyan's got to step up tonight. I was thinking it was going to be a big Tonyan night until Aaron Jones got back in the lineup. Like, if it was just going to be Adams and Tonyan, I was starting Tonyan for sure. It's between Hawkinson and Tonyan. I can't pull myself to pull Hawk, even with Chase Daniel potentially being quarterback this week. Get to that a little bit later. But yeah, well, I think we're all expecting something from Tonyan tonight. Trent Taylor, 42.5. I'll take the over.
Over.
Yeah.
Trent Taylor, is that what?
41.5.
42.5.
I thought it was 41.
41. Will you take the over on the 41, but not the 42.5?
I think under both. Yeah. Under.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of props here. I'll take the over on Taylor. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
Still haven't had a Kevin White prop.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Come on, sports books. Get your act together. Devontae Adams, Nick, 7.5 catches.
Over. It's going to be like, that's half. It's half of what he's going to get. Easy.
All right. Jerick McKinnon, 3.5. I'll take the over. I'll take 4 catches from McKinnon tonight.
Under 3.
Under.
Sorry, I didn't ask you, Adams. Devontae Adams, 7.5.
7. So under.
All right. Robert Tonyan, 3.5.
Over. He's going to get 5.
I'll take the over on that.
Yeah, I could see him getting 4.
MVS, can he hit 3? Numbers at 2.5. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say 1 for that for like the 30.
I could see him get 2 for the 30.
Yeah, something like that.
Under.
And Trent Taylor at an even 4. Can the man hit 5 tonight?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's going to be like that short third down guy.
Him and McKinnon.
He'll probably have like 5 for 30 or something like that.
So Taylor and McKinnon are the only guys that they put into the props. I think that should be a telling sign tonight. Like, I think McKinnon should be in your lineups. Like, I do. I don't know what, depending on what else you got to work with, I think he needs to be in there. Like, if the books are putting this guy in for some value tonight and no one else for San Francisco, he's got to be in the game plan.
I actually had a question from a high school friend, Lucas Kasem. He asked me on Twitter. Shout out, Lucas. He asked me if he should start Jerick McKinnon or Gus Edwards. And for me, I kind of had a
McKinnon.
What? No, see, I actually had to pause because I was like,
he's an Ingram owner. Don't mind him.
No, not even that. It's just you look at the matchups.
But it doesn't matter about the matchup because I actually looked into it because I wanted to make sure I gave the right answer. I felt I said Gus Edwards because even against the Steelers defense, which is one of the top defenses in the league, Gus Edwards was a third of the rushing attack. So I don't see McKinnon getting half or a third of the rushing attack from San Francisco. And last week, Jerick McKinnon only got 1 rush for 3 yards, and Jeff Wilson was hurt. So I don't see Jerick McKinnon coming in and doing anything that's fantasy relevant. So I'm saying Gus Edwards, Jerick McKinnon, I'm sitting because I think he's just kind of like that guy that is like second string, but they're actually playing a third string guy in front of him for some reason. Like,
well, they have Tevin Coleman there, right? So in that situation, you know, between those 2 players, Edwards and McKinnon, you just got Edwards and Dobbins, right? That's it. And they did work. They did work against the Steelers defense. So that's a good amount of upside. Mark Ingram, he sat yesterday, not practicing. So there's some upside there, right? When I look at McKinnon tonight, I just see, you know, I think what we've looked at all these games from the Packers, they go up, right? I expect them to go up by a score at least. And I just kind of see the Niners having to chase some points, chase some time on the field. And I think McKinnon could be a good tool for that. You referenced his 1 carry last week. McKinnon and not McKinnon, but the 49ers have said as much about McKinnon. Hey, we're resting him. He had a ton of work for consecutive weeks when Mostert went down. And we apparently need to rest him because he's either banged up, not quite there, not 100%, whatever. It just could be a tricky game like that where we're just like all expecting him not to do anything. And he comes in like, we've got no one to feed. Hey, look, there's McKinnon. He's been resting up a couple of weeks.
I don't know. I feel like he should that's kind of BS. I feel like he's kind of not available. Like if he's resting, then he has injury history, and you know I don't see him lasting an entire game's workload from Kyle Shanahan like Hasty's has for the past couple weeks. Like I've been very impressed with Hasty, and I think he's the lead dog there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from the gambling point of view. I guess like the sports book, like they're only giving us literally for receiving props 2 players. I mean, and Green Bay, it's not a lot either. It's only 3, right? But, you know, you expect that there's going to be some perceived value for those guys, and that's why those props are available, and why we're not seeing the Kevin White props, right? Why we're not seeing what is it, River Crocraft?
I think it's that his name.
Is his name River?
I think it is.
Well, that's an awesome name. Well done to your parents, sir. The Craycrafts. Well done, Mr. and Mrs. McKinnon think he's still at GSU at the line of scrimmage. I don't know. Sneaker Kenny's on some McKinnon college takes. Maybe you guys want to dive in there. All right, so what are we looking at here? We're at 7:54 East Coast time. We got about 25 minutes until kickoff, until Kyle Shanahan lets the dogs out. Who? All right, so let's dive in to some injury updates and reactions for the week. Just going to take these one by one and see what you guys are thinking in these games with these guys either being potentially in or out. All right, your boy Tim Patrick, Imran, just came over to your squad. Me and Imran completed a trade this week. What was it? James White and Tim Patrick for Randall Cobb and Willie Snead. I love it. I love it
too. Helps out both sides.
Yep, absolutely. I got too many running backs. I need some wide receivers. I got Marquise Brown who wants more targets, and I don't know if they're coming this week. So maybe
I'm starting Amon Green at running back.
Yep. Yeah, you'll take James White for sure. Yeah, you'll take James White in that for sure. But your Tim Patrick, you feeling good? He's got limited back-to-back sessions. Fire him up.
Yeah, I'm firing him up because we know who they're playing. Atlanta Falcons.
If not now, then when?
Yeah, if not now, then when? And he's also been a nice surprise this year, And we talked about the Broncos' young weapons when we were talking about him in August. His name never came up.
No.
Because we got Deshaun Hamilton, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant, Albert O, KJ Hamler.
Yep.
But he's been the guy that stepped up after Cortland Sutton went down, and he's good. And this is going to be a good matchup. Atlanta's playing a little bit better, but they're not that good of a defense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You still going to fire up some Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler?
I mean, I'm going to have to fire up Jerry Jeudy. My team's not in a position to sit him.
Gotcha.
KJ Hamler, probably not because Tim Patrick's coming on. I feel like Tim Patrick kind of fell off the map because he did have a play at Utah, and I saw this live for some reason. But he returned a kick, and he had one of the Deshaun Jackson moments where he dropped the ball before he crossed the line. So, I guess concentration kind of took him down, but he was an electric player in college, and I'm glad that he's able to show it now in the NFL, and he's taking advantage of the opportunity. But yeah, KJ Hamler, I'm not on that train yet. He still needs to show me a little bit more to actually be in my lineup.
Yeah, I think with this week, if Tim Patrick is there, I don't think KJ Hamler's an option this week. I think if Patrick's there, you're riding all of him and Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy had a great game last week. He had 10 targets, 73 receiving yards. Didn't grab the touchdown. Would have been nice to see. But again, if not now, then when? It's a great matchup. He could have AJ Terrell, rookie on rookie type of situation. I like it.
And the other thing too is with Drew Lock, this is going to be, I think, his 4th game back, right? Since his injury.
Coming off a career game.
Yep.
The worst AFC West quarterback.
Right? Come back against a rival, and he got hurt. Missed 4 games, came back. They had that weird thing with the Patriots game. They got moved around a bunch too. I think he's trying to settle in.
They won.
Yeah, they won, and they've been winning. I think they were 3-3 right now, 3-4. They're a pretty competitive team, right? So I like them.
They are. Let me see. Where'd they go? Broncos. 3-4. Not bad. I mean, they could easily be 4-4 after this week up against the Atlanta Falcons. Not loving them in that game.
They'd be crushing NFC East right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They would have clinched.
Absolutely. All right, next up, T.Y. Hilton did not practice. Marcus Johnson also did not practice. Are we firing up Zach Pascal?
Yeah.
Firing up some Zach Pascal?
Yeah.
What about all the tight ends? All of them.
Yeah,
Why
not?
Cox, give me Trey Burton, Jack Doyle.
Why not?
Yeah. Is Michael Pittman back this week?
He was back last week, but okay, so him. Are you willing to start Michael Pittman this week? I don't know.
He only got 1 reception.
I mean, the only person on the Colts offense I'm really interested in is Jonathan Taylor. If you're desperate at tight end, Trey Burton's really intriguing. Fuck Trey Burton.
Fuck Trey Burton.
But the way they're using him, right? He's getting
Steve.
He's getting these weird, wildcat formations. I think he's got 2 rushing touchdowns.
More than David Montgomery.
No, we don't need to bring that up.
We do. Fuck Trey Burton.
Well, he has less than Jordan Howard, so yeah.
Whatever.
And he hasn't touched the ball in 4 months. but yeah, I mean, Trey Bird's a guy in a tight end position. We all know that's scary. He's a guy. But the receivers, T.Y. Hilton, injury or not, he's been a guy that's been such a disappointment this year.
Here's a crazy stat. So I'm looking at the receivers for the Colts all year. Naeem Hines leads the team with 3 receptions. 2 of them came last week.
You're talking about touchdowns.
Touchdown receptions. Yeah, sorry. Zach Pascal has 2. Then it's Mo Alley Cox, Jack Doyle, and Trey Burton. 2, 2, and 1. And then T.Y. Hilton, Marcus Johnson do not have a receiving touchdown, nor does Jonathan Taylor or Michael Pittman, and Paris Campbell didn't do it in his 1 game. So they are very tight end and running back heavy in Indianapolis. They're 5-2. I think they're being carried by their defense very heavily. I haven't been able to watch a game. I really do want to be able to watch a Colts game because I want to see what the F is up there.
You don't want to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like no offense to you guys, but it's kind of like the Bears situation. It's just you guys are winning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, well, I can watch the Bears.
The weird thing about that offense though is they might have the best line in football, right?
Still.
And Jonathan Taylor, he just hasn't gone off. He's okay.
Nick was talking about his vision issues the other day about how he's turning into Trent Richardson. Apparently, there's a wide open hole as wide as the red fucking sea, and he's just nah.
And it's been very
not that way.
Everybody's kind of just waiting for him to come out, and he's don't get me wrong, he's okay.
But how can he come out when Frank Reich hates him? Yeah. He hates. Naeem Hines. He's making Naeem Hines a thing. He's making Jordan Wilkins a thing. Made $1 holler on that dude this week.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. It's just I don't know.
So the the share totals for attempts for rushing is Jonathan Taylor has 100 for 389. Jordan Wilkins has 49 attempts for 183, and Nyheim Hines has 31 for 89.
So what's Taylor's per rush?
3.9, Wilkins 3.7, Nyheim Hines is 2.9.
Yikes.
I'm not happy with that.
Damage in the receiving.
Oh
Hines
yeah, absolutely.
had 2 receiving touchdowns last game. Are you kidding me?
That's
Fuck.
damage.
Man, why don't we have him in DFS?
He's the 5th leading receiver. So I mean, I'm not like I think he has the most receptions, to be honest, on the team. Yeah, he has the most receptions on the team. So
he has like 10 week 1. Like,
yeah, to be honest, with him and his size, why would you have him run in between the tackles? Like, you got Jonathan Taylor for that. Jonathan Taylor just hasn't done anything considering the line. Like, if Ezekiel Elliott was behind that line, he'd be Ezekiel Elliott, you know. So
quick update in the chat. We got the boys in there. Tom was saying how Alabama could compete in the NFC East. Not wrong. Not wrong.
Absolutely. Probably second place.
Ingram versus the football team matchup, working for that contract.
Evan Ingram, I've been disappointed by him all year. It's just I was really waiting for him to be the guy. Up, down.
He very easily could have taken off with Barkley out, and he's been disappointed. A lot of drops.
It looks like concentration. Like, it's just like a lapse in want to. Like, he has all the tools to be the greatest tight end, challenge Bravaro, but he's not, and it's just like he's not paying attention, it feels like.
Tom also mentioned that Foles is actually elite.
Foles is elite.
Yeah, you put some respect in that Bears offense.
He's
throwing 7 touchdowns this week. He's going for the record.
Elite is a very strong word considering Foles. I would say he's above average.
We got more Super Bowls than most of the Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but
Rodgers.
Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring too, and we don't consider him elite. So
he works for ESPN. It's not a bad gig.
I mean, he's very smart. I think he's one of the smartest guys in football.
Okay, all right, guys, slow down on the Trent Dilfer love.
Oh, okay.
Smartest guy.
Okay, so we're not slowing down on Nick Foles being elite, but we're slowing down on Trent Dilfer being one of the smartest football minds.
I didn't say
no. Believe me, the emergency break was on for the Foles take, but
okay, I'm okay with that.
We had the hazards on,
but just letting Tom's voice be heard is all.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, if that's how you see it,
we don't want to get too crazy. Tommy two socks. We'll get into it though. We'll get into some Foles talk in a bit. Moving on here, Mark Ingram not practicing back-to-back days. Kind of already talked about that a little bit. I mean, we got to be firing up Dobbins and
Gus. Gus definitely.
This week, right? Yeah, especially Dobbins.
I'm firing up Gus. I'm right there. I somehow did not start Gus last week, and it's just like a completely just bonehead play. Like, I have Lamar Jackson. If you have a rushing quarterback, you have to start the rushing running back. Like, you have to start the leading running back with your rushing quarterbacks. It's a combination. You always have to run.
In that offense.
Lamar Jackson got stuffed at the 1, and it was a beautiful play because he was going head first into that mother. He was going all lights out. I'm getting this touchdown. I don't care if Justin has an injured quarterback after this play. I'm putting up 6. He didn't get it. But he also didn't get a concussion. Just got up right away. Gus Edwards gets a nice, easy, 1-2 punch into the end zone. And that's exactly why, because those situations arise all the time with rushing quarterbacks. They get pulled at the 1, whatever. Same thing in these types of games. Aaron Jones probably tonight, 7 carries, 25 yards, touchdown. Just going to get plugged in at the 1. You guys are both on Dobbins, Gus?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One over the other, gun to your head?
Dobbins.
I'm going to go Gus. Just had that touchdown, red zone love. Let's see, John Brown practicing in full. Good to see. Bills are going to need him up in a very fun matchup against Seattle. It's going to be a lot of fun. You got the Bills early pick?
Oh, yeah, I got Bills.
You cover or just money line?
Money line.
Ooh.
And the over is good money.
Oh, well, let's check the weather. It's in Buffalo.
Playing. Seattle's playing.
It's in Buffalo.
Seattle's playing. They're going to give up 30 and 500 yards. Just lock it up.
How do they win that?
They have Russell Wilson, and Seattle has given up the most passing touchdowns in the league.
I'm waiting for the weather.
Yards.
I'm waiting for the weather.
Yards. Okay, yeah.
They're giving up nearly it's staggering.
It's like 3,000 in 7 games.
Well, look what we just talked about. Nick Mullins not that long ago. He had 18 completions in a quarter and a half, over 200 some odd passing yards.
Like every game they've had, they're good money to get the over in those games.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play defense, and their offense is going to score. And Buffalo's offense can score on them.
Can they though? Where has the Buffalo offense been? Where has it been? Where are the 4 passing touchdowns? Where are the 3 passing touchdowns?
It's Allen's passing accuracy. They cannot work down the field like a West Coast offense. They have to take big shots, and you know what? It's not going to be every time you get a 50-yard pass, but he has the arm to do it. But I've watched him closely. His accuracy from 10 to 15, 5 to 10 is terrible.
Well, that's why he needs John Brown. To me,
you need John Brown, Diggs. And
so
like,
not having him has been a big problem for his play.
Absolutely. And then the other thing too is that we have to look at the Seattle defense. Like, they're a Super Bowl contender, but their defense has to be looked at the same way you look at defenses like Dallas and Atlanta. Yes, Seattle's obviously going to go to the playoffs, right? Possibly Super Bowl.
Yeah,
their defense is trash. Their offense bails them out. So that's why a team like Buffalo, who's also good, they could win this game. And it's an East Coast West Coast thing.
They could win, but that's why I like the weather. I'm waiting on the weather, Emron. Picking unders and overs already.
I know.
Getting in my head. All right, this one's for you, Emron. Mike Thomas, are you starting him this week? The man's limited.
He better fucking play. I have no choice. I took him. I had the 5th overall. The guys are still there from Justice League. Yeah. I had Jesus's, but I took him 5th pick. Right, all the big 4 running backs are gone. I wasn't high on Cook. Hindsight, stupid ass decision. Should have just taken Dalvin Cook, and it would have been fine.
We talked about it.
I know. You guys are right. I'm sitting here 2-6. I did pull off a trade for CMC, so I need Thomas.
There it is.
I need Thomas.
That's two picks in the, what'd you say?
Top 5. Yeah.
Top 5, yeah. 2 top 5 picks. Bang, bang.
Me, and they should be healthy. And like the Saints are going to need him because the Bucs look a lot better than the Saints do right now. And the Bucs look like a team, especially when they're getting Antonio Brown back. They're going to need Thomas. Kamara can't do it.
We'll get into old Antonio Brown here in a little bit, but yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Nick? Are you riding some Thomas this week, or are you still trying to plug and play some Marquez Galloway?
There we go.
You trying to plug in your Marquez Galloway?
I think I'm going to be plugging him in this week because, I think he's got that big playability, and he did have 6 for 75. So, as long as Drew Brees can get the ball to him, I think he'll be fine. But Mike Thomas, no, I'm out on him right now because he's got a lot of issues.
Just until you get it all cleared out.
Yeah, I need him to show me at least one game, just show that he's back in it. But right now, I'm not having a hope.
How about Calvin Ridley for you? You firing up Calvin Ridley this week? I know you got him in 1 or 2 spots.
I got to.
He's out of practice. He's missing practice back-to-back days.
I think that they're just trying to save the good guys on the Atlanta team. I mean, why?
We came up with that. Didn't you say he broke his foot? I mean, he didn't wind up breaking it.
He didn't break it, but his foot is injured. But that's why they're resting him. Like, why would they have him practice when, he is going to be available on Sunday? And I think it's just vet and good star rest.
Well, for Calvin Ridley's, I sure hope so. Definitely something you want to follow. I'm lending some more upside for my boy Russ Gage. If dude's going to be out, maybe some Olamide Zaccheaus. Can you make a dollar holler on some Olamide if Ridley is out, Emron?
Zaccheaus?
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be Hayden Hurst. Zaccheaus? I want to say yeah.
What's Hayden Hurst been up to? Just curious. I'm not an owner. Don't have any shares. Just kind of curious what he's been doing. I know he scored a touchdown a few weeks ago because it was against me. Let me take a look at some Hayden Hurst here really quick. Yeah, I mean, if Ridley's out, those guys are going to be really good value plays for you, not only in your fantasy lineups, but in DFS as well. If Ridley is out this week, I think Russ Gage or Zaccheaus is a lottery ticket potentially in DFS to win you a tournament. If one of those guys grabs a touchdown or two, it's lights out. Next up, how about just in general? We'll skip to this topic because I got Matt Breida here not practicing the past couple of days, but what are the Dolphins going to do at running back this week? They just traded for DeAndre Washington from the Chiefs.
Yep.
They've got Breida, they've got Howard, they've got Patrick Laird there. Howard and Breida haven't been doing anything. We wrote an article earlier in the year, Breida versus Howard.
Miles Gaskin laughed in silence.
I guess so, yeah. I mean,
he was a little offended by our article.
He just sat in a corner. My time will come. Yeah, and that was it. Like, yep, all right, peace out. Like after Howard's 4th 1-yard rushing touchdown, he was lights out. See you later. Checked out of here. Breida's been banged up. They brought in Washington. Do you guys trust a single Dolphins running back in Week 9?
It's DeAndre Washington. I could see that.
Holy fuck.
I mean, if you're really desperate and you have to start one, I would go with Jordan Howard only because he's probably going to.
I think he's out.
No, he's healthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's probably one of the few that's healthy. But on the season, he's got 18 carries for 14 yards. But 3 touchdowns. So he was like the goal line back.
Literally 1-yard dude.
Yeah, that's he's not even average.
I remember this.
But I mean, if you're desperate, right? I'm talking desperate for a back, whether it's bye week or injury. That offense isn't horrible. Tua still, is going to game manage a role, so he's probably going to get a lot of carries, goal line looks, especially with that depleted backfield. So I'd go with him. Breida, if he was healthy, I like Matt Breida, but he's banged up, so.
Yeah, I'm saying to stay away. I mean, if you got some info, throw it into DFS. Like if you got some inside scoop, that's where you play it. Don't put it in your week-long, season-long fantasy. Just a complete situation I want to stay away from. And I guess we'll just jump to this topic then. Are you guys starting Tua in week 9?
No.
Unless you're in a 2 QB league.
I mean, it's got to be 2 QB league, 14, 12 teams.
You're like literally no other option.
Yeah, literally your other dude is on a bye, hurt, whatever. Maybe you got Stafford. We'll get to him in a bit, but yeah, like I am not trusting Tua whatsoever. That Rams game last week, that one burned my tickets. That was a burner for me.
I was actually on a plus money on the Dolphins on a lot of them, so I was fine.
Congratulations, well done. I had the Rams on the spread. Just see where did you even come from with that? That's all we talked about last Thursday was how the Rams defense was just gonna bend Tua over.
I mean, Tua only threw for 97 yards.
I took one an underdogs like plus 3.5. What it was. I didn't think they were going to get that. The 0.5 is what I liked, but I didn't. Well, I mean, their touchdowns too. Those are really the Rams' defense.
Special teams and defense.
6, yeah, those 14 touchdowns happened when the Rams weren't even on the field. So
it's ridiculous. It's driving me nuts. Them, yeah. And then whenever the Rams could get up the field, they just go off and throw an interception. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Tom in the chat says Howard for the Dolphins this week needs to set up the play action for Tua. Expect a lot of heavy run. That's what I would assume for Tua. Like, that's why I thought he was coming in. Was like, all right, it's Tua time. We got this RPO shit that no one even knows about. We're going to come in and run that because that's what Tua looks like to me. Is like some dude that can run a really good RPO.
Yeah.
Looks like a smaller Cam.
Yeah.
Is he taller than Kyler?
Yeah, everybody's taller than Kyler.
I think everybody's taller than Kyler.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but just going back to the chat, Jesus made a good point. Going back a little bit to Hayden Hurst, but even with Ridley out last week when he got hurt, still didn't do much. So,
well, I got it right here because I was going to jump into that too. So Hurst last week 5 for 7, the week before that 6 for 7, and the week before that 4 for 4. So really, the targets are there, right? 54 yards last week, 68 yards the week before. And 3 weeks ago, 57 yards and the receiving touchdown. So maybe this is the week he grabs another tutty.
That's the thing. I think he's doing okay volume-wise, but he's not giving you the touchdown in the end zone. And the Broncos are probably going to have Justin Simmons on him, who's a really talented safety. So,
yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen there. I mean, Hurst, I think, is just a start every week at tight end, really, with that type of volume.
Unless you have a better option.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a respectable start every week. I think there might just be a little bit more plus for him, plus side this week if Ridley is out.
Correct.
Definitely something you want to follow. Now that we've talked about the Dolphins for enough, and that was long enough, Phillip Lindsay limited this week. It looks like he's going to be good to go. I believe it's a toe issue.
It's been a toe issue all year.
He's a kickboxer. He's going to be fine. Like I'm not worried. He's super into like karate and shit. He'll be all right. He kicks boards for fun. Zeke Elliott limited, doing rehab work on the sideline. Not really worried, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I mean, I'm worried about his matchup.
We'll get to the matchup in a bit because I don't want to keep jumping around too much. But
Zeke will be fine.
Zeke should be fine this week. The Cowboys, God, I pray for them. Sony Michel back from IR.
Good for him.
Make a dollar holler on the waivers.
Sure.
I took him in our league because there's nothing else better than him left. But I mean, that offense is just a mess up. So I mean, unless it's a deep league, I'd stay away. Otherwise,
deep bench. Definitely stash Sony Michel. I don't know, man. I feel like there's going to be brighter days this season for the Patriots ahead. When I did my NFC East article in the beginning of the year, I suspected a lot of heavy bumps for the Patriots, and I don't have their schedule in front of me, but I believe I had them going like 5-1 to finish the year to come second in the division and make the playoffs. So I'll have to pull up their schedule and see what's up with it, but I do think there's going to be some brighter days ahead for them. So yeah, especially a runner, like a consistent runner, potentially like Michel. I'll definitely take him as worth a stash. What do you think, Nick? Never mind. I know what you're. I know. Nick's take on the Patriots running backs.
I mean, Damian Harris has filled in pretty well, but Sony Michel is I would consider the top guy in that room. But my opinion, I don't like New England running backs. So if you want to do a dollar holler, I'm willing to spend $1 and nothing more, not a penny more. But that's it.
But what about your boy Rex Burkhead?
Rex Burkhead is like the fullback of that group. He will get I put Kyle Shuzak in my lineup tonight for showdown.
Juszczyk. I didn't even think of Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to get 1 touchdown minimum.
Where were the Juszczyk props? This is bullshit.
Give me 5 receptions.
This is bullshit.
Would not shock me if he's got a good game.
Give me 4 catches for Juszczyk and a touchdown. How did we forget about Juszczyk?
Yeah, so
shame on the Hizzy.
So well, I didn't, so I put him in there. So Burkhead, very similar to him. He's kind of a vulture of touchdowns on the goal line. If Harris or Sony Michel can't push it in, Bill Belichick doesn't like his running backs to finish the drives that they do. So, that's kind of how I feel.
He let Damon Harris finish a drive this past week. That was nice of him.
Good for him. There was no one else behind him.
Yeah. Rex, James White, that they just
and they probably worked pretty hard.
Man, I had James White in my lineup. I still won. It's no big deal. Didn't bury me or anything. But I watched this this play, like RPO play, where Cam does run it in for a touchdown, and you just see James White just running in the completely opposite direction. I was like, that's not a touchdown for me. Nope.
I don't know where I thought it was.
That sucks. I was like, wow, James White's in the red zone. That's awesome. It's like 5 yards off the goal line.
Yep.
No, he's not. No, he's not touching that ball. Sorry. Jesus is mentioning Hawkinson. Hawkinson's my guy this year. Says
Especially this week.
Oh God, we'll get to the Lions here in a bit, but yeah, this week Chase, he might be a Chase Daniel guy. I hope he is, anyways. Moving through here, who we got? Oh, Devontae Freeman back for the Giants. Are we still propping up Wayne Gallman?
I'm not propping up anybody in that room. I mean,
Devontae Freeman hasn't looked good to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, and no good.
Not great.
I see why he was sitting so long.
You know what, though? Why were they not playing Gallman sooner? Like, why have they not been giving this dude the ball?
That's what I didn't understand why they got Devontae Freeman, because there was a couple games last year where Wayne Gallman filled.
Yeah,
he was okay.
He was good.
He was. I mean, he's not Barkley, obviously, but who is? But yeah,
he was serviceable last year.
Absolutely, and I don't know. I think the Giants were like, oh, it's still Devontae Freeman. Like, no, he's not.
What's that?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
not.
just
Sorry.
saying, he's not the same guy anymore.
I got distracted by the chat. Dude was asking about dropping Austin Eckler. No. Imran, have you dropped Austin Eckler?
Fuck no.
No. Don't you do it, sir. IR spot if you got it, and if not, dude, make it work, bro. I mean, if you're looking to make a playoff run and you can make it without him,
good job.
It's just
That's
plus
awesome.
money, bro.
I mean, if you're just gonna drop him and your trade deadline hasn't happened in your league, see if you can trade him to somebody. Like, don't just outright drop him.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, Giants fan, need to get that out there first. Says stay away from Devontae. Wayne is the guy you want. So we're
straight from the source.
Inside source. Eric Canestra says, "What's up, guys?
What's up, Eric?
Caught him as he just dropped in. Hope you're feeling warm tonight, sir." Let's see who else we got. Myles Gaskin into the IR. We already talked about that. Kenyon Drake not practicing. Of course, we all know about Chase Edmonds. Like, he was already grabbed. Like, during the bye week, everyone's owning him. But are you starting up some Eno Benjamin, RB2?
No,
that's Nico Eno Benjamin. They like to use two running backs there. I don't know.
I don't
think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. DFS, make a dollar holler. If you know something we don't, that's a name definitely to follow.
Let us know.
Excuse me. Chris Godwin practicing in full to just convolute the entire situation in Tampa Bay. So I will ask you now: 1, are you starting Antonio Brown in Week 9? 2,
yes.
Are you starting Chris Godwin in Week 9? And 3, who is the Buccaneer, who is not a quarterback, that you want for the rest of the season? Anyone?
I want Antonio Brown for the rest of the season. Also, Gronk's coming on. He's had a touchdown in 3 straight games, so he's kind of filling in his role, getting comfortable in Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, I think he is really concerned with winning. He sees this as a benefit to the team, but his production will definitely fall off a cliff. We'll see how Chris Godwin comes back after obliterating his finger, and now he's back like a week later. I don't really know what that's about, but Antonio Brown and Gronkowski, I'll definitely take those guys for the rest of the season.
How about you, Imran?
Mike Evans.
That's who you want rest of the season?
I'm going all the way. Yeah, it's the guy that's been the guy for Brady all year.
Mm-hmm.
Brown's coming into a new team, new offense, right? So I think he's going to be valuable. But in terms of who do I want the rest of the year, I mean, I'm sticking with the guy that's been that's been there, the guy that's tied for the NFL leading touchdown catches.
Mike Evans.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's there. He's
no Devontae Adams.
He's the leader in that category. But like some weeks, bro, like it's 2 catches, 1 touchdown, 2 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's troubling to me. Like week 1, he didn't make his nut until the fourth quarter.
Did he get it though?
He got it. No.
Yeah,
He got it.
What I'm saying,
brother. He's on one of my rosters. I believe me. I need him to be the guy for the rest of the season. Believe that. But I haven't been seeing it. And when Godwin is on the field, he is just not there. And as Nick alluded to, cares about winning. And Arians talks as much. Like, these guys don't care about targets. They're not crying about targets and things like that. They're bringing in somebody who might. They're bringing in somebody that might. Antonio Brown seems like the option that I would want going forward, but I just feel like any week he could blow up his spot and at the local Denny's. He
hasn't played in a year and a half. I think he's definitely going to be valuable. It's going to be great to have on that team because at worst he's the 4th option, right? Starting out behind Gronk. which he's not going to be, right? He's going to be tied for third behind those two. So he's going to eat. But, I mean, I just think it's just going to be – if you had any of these guys, I would have sold high last week.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what we were talking about. Get while the getting's going is with Evans, Godwin, even Gronk. I mean, bro, if I could have traded Rojo while he was high,
yeah.
Like, I got Rojo in a really big spot. Like, I need him to carry me to at least 3 more wins in the regular season. And I'm really worried about him. I got him on the bench right now this week.
If you got Brady, lucky bastards.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This guy. Did you keep him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kept him in that league. So that was
and then Gardner Minshew, I was deciding between Minshew and Brady all year. Like beginning of the season, they were pretty much neck and neck in production.
You don't have to decide going forward.
Yeah, I don't have to decide going forward because Minshew's thumb is gone. So yeah, glad I kept him because I was literally about to like give up Tom Brady for nothing. Like, but I just stayed the course, stayed faithful. That's how it goes.
As you should have.
Yep.
It's the GOAT at the end.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Couldn't count him out.
CMC returning from IR. Does he play this week?
He's probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's going to play this week. I don't know why they would activate him right now.
And he's practicing.
Yeah, he's practicing. They've activated him. Seems like the green light's a go.
And no red jersey, too. I heard that was taken off of him when he was practicing. So
I think Mike Davis does still have a role this week, though.
Hell yeah.
Still
that guy
Mike
earned
Davis?
something.
No.
Not starting him.
No.
I think he's still got a role this week. I still think they don't overload.
They're going to ease CMC in.
I had him in a couple of leagues. I enjoyed the ride. But, I mean.
You're saying that it's over.
Well, for him being a starter in my fantasy team, because his value is going to, what's it called? Rule said he's going to be involved in the offense because how well he did, but his production was because he was getting so much volume.
True.
He wasn't breaking like 90-yard touchdowns, 80-yard touchdown. He was getting those 8-7 catches every game, right? For 60 yards. He's getting those 17-18 carries every game. That's probably going to cut at least half. So
I really feel like there's going to be 12 to 15 touches this week for both of those guys. For CMC and Mike Davis.
I can see that. 12
to 15 touches for each of them. It's the Chiefs at the end of the day, too. Like, to me, the way to beat the Chiefs, it's not that try to outscore the Chiefs. It's how you how you beat the Packers, play keep away. Let your defense get some rest. Attack the shit out of Patrick Mahomes.
So the one game the Chiefs lost, it was because the other team just made more touchdowns than them, bit more big plays than them. So the Raiders got them. So I think I would rely more on CMC.
Did they beat the Chargers? Or was it a close one they did they, in overtime?
Who?
The
Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs at the Chargers.
Okay.
They lost to the Raiders. The Raiders were just, drilling them with like 50-yard bombs. And I don't think
the Henry Ruggs touchdown.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Had him on my bench. But yeah, so I think I think it's going to be CMC. I think Davis will have a role, but is it going to be enough for? He'll have a role in the offense and team going forward, if that makes sense. But I don't know if it's going to give me enough comfort in starting my flex every week in fantasy.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. If Mike Davis going forward, I see him as a big issue. It's a problem on your roster, right? Because you're not necessarily going to know what to do with him. But this week, still with the unknown of CMC's role, I'm ready to start up Mike Davis this week, week 9. May he rest in peace after this week. But this week, I'm okay with it. I'm good.
You know who also factors into the rushing game? Curtis Samuel.
It's true. Curtis Samuel was stealing the fuck out of those rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
That was pissing me off as the Niners kick off Thursday Night Football and week 9.
I think the week that we watched him like hawk a bunch of touchdowns, I had him in my DFS and he was only owned in like 3% of the lineup. So he was definitely like carrying me a little bit.
Want to catch up with the chat a little bit here. They were chiming in on our Tampa conversation. Miguel referenced Gronk, rested of the way.
Perfect.
Jesus mentioned Godwin. He's the true Y guy with AB. AB will help his role. Let's see who else. Poor Rojo. Flip him for Kelsey, says Rodrigo.
Jesus, Rodrigo, and Kevin and Bryce are all in the same league.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see some trade deals in the chat, boys. Let's go. Let's fire it up. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at their own 25. A quick screen to Aaron Jones. He is here. He's ready to play.
One other question I wanted to chime in on from a few minutes ago from Eric and Estra. What do the Ravens do to bounce back from last week?
Play indoors is what I said.
I think, and they're playing a easier team. And the Colts. Colts have a good defense, but they don't have that explosive offense that Pittsburgh does at every level.
That's true.
This is going to be another grinded out game. I think the Ravens, like we were talking about earlier, right? J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, they're all going to, I think they're all going to factor in. And Rivers, he plays it safe. He doesn't have the big playability, and I think they'll shut down.
Face mask,
that's pretty nasty.
What?
Aaron Jones.
Where's the flag at?
Weaving and bobbing.
Wow.
Making some moves. taking a face mask penalty.
And so the other thing I was going to mention, Justin, I hope you don't mind that I hop ahead, but it ties into one thing you mentioned.
Good.
And this week, Hollywood Brown was very vocal.
Yeah,
he wants the ball.
I hate it.
He wants the ball, and one second, guys. This is just
it's not.
No, it's not.
It looked like it. I think
from our angle, our angle too. But he got all
good tackle by Fred Warner.
Got all.
Hollywood Brown, he stepped up. He wants the ball. He said, let your dogs eat. Let them carry the victory.
Yeah, except for the way that he did it was he posted on Twitter and then deleted it like a turd.
Well, he learned from his cousin. Quick thing. The one thing that Dan Orlovsky said is not the reason why the passing game. It's not Lamar that's the issue. They don't have those 3 tight end, 2 tight end. Or actually 3 tight ends because they have Nick Boyle, Mark Andrews, and then they had Hayden Hurst last year. Yep. That was a big formation for them. They haven't lined up in a 3 tight end set this entire season. So
that one was deadly last year.
And those tight ends, like they're big enough where Lamar can get the ball to them, but he doesn't have to bomb the ball 50 yards to get it to him like Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown, dude, you gotta keep it internal, man. Don't become your cousin.
Yeah, Jesus. And fuck Dan Orlovsky, by the way. That dude's a piece.
I mean, but that was a very astute observation, and I was like, wow, like that's a very big part.
His intern gave him
that. Aaron Jones is getting fed.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is getting fed, which I am cool with. Thank you, Nick. I am cool with because tonight I am going against the Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams stack.
Wow.
So this is beautiful so far.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. If we could just keep Adams in check, that would be great. Let him beat you with let him beat you with Jones. Great. Yeah, Jones does look good.
Yeah, 2 games off, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So they were saying he could have potentially come back last week. Short week.
That's probably why they said him, which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Tyler Irvin, right?
Yeah.
Taylor
Irvin at the 49ers 40-yard line, inside handoff, a couple yards. But yeah, for the Ravens, I mean, I just think the weather is going to be very accommodating to Lamar indoors on turf.
You guys think a big game for Hollywood this week?
No, he's on my team, so no.
I stay 100 yards.
I hope that would be great.
Receivers talk a game. I think he can get 1 deep.
Do you think Lamar kind of was F this guy, or do you oh man, Marquise, man, sorry, bro?
No, absolutely not, because he went right to him after they took away his touchdown last week. Lamar's like, I got this. Don't worry, bro. We'll get you your 3-yard touchdown.
Okay.
Rodgers bombs it.
Oh my God, that's probably gonna be out of bounds.
I gotta see that because it looked like I don't know if you ever got that second.
It might be his forearm
to be a
forearm touch before he got the
long night for me. No. Davante Adams is going against me tonight. That will be a touchdown.
1. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh God.
No tutty.
It's too close.
It's too close
for
sure.
1 foot in his forearm.
Oh
yeah.
Oh shit, his elbow's in. Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
By inches.
Like I said,
by inches, dude.
It's against me.
This is gonna be a really good angle.
It's gonna be a touchdown because they called it a touchdown. There won't be enough to withcall it or whatever. Take it away.
This is a really good angle.
Good Lord.
Oh my God.
There's not enough to overturn it.
No, my God. It looked a lot. Look, this is another good angle. No,
his forearm's in.
Just that's
Cam says, oh my God, Davante Adams. Yeah, it makes sense. What up, Cam?
What's up, Cam?
Makes sense.
I've been pumping up Davante Adams all day.
Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. Please call that.
Who's that guy on him?
Mosley.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get fried.
Manuel Mosley. It's gonna be a long night. Why wasn't there a second red jersey? Put the mask on. Put your fucking mask on. Love it. All right, where are we at here? They're at commercial break. So back into it. Sammy Watkins, limited. Is he coming back this week? Are you guys ready to fire up some Sammy Watkins? I'm saying nah.
McColl's looking good, man.
He's been doing really good the past couple of weeks.
He's baby Tyreek, man. So I'm all over McColl.
They don't need to force him back. So.
They really don't. You got Kelsey, McColl, and Hill. I think they all scored.
Hill had 2. Kelsey had 1.
I was talking to Cam when we were watching the game. It felt like Patrick Mahomes was the quietest 5 touchdown game of my life.
Yeah, because it was
it's just he had 5. Okay.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. We were sitting here saying he's not going to get 3. They're going to park the bus.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, the Chiefs decide they want to blow somebody out this week. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. It's against the Jets. Come on. You guys could have opened up against someone else and got a little bit more respect. I mean, it's just easy pickings.
Nah, let's just score $1 billion on the goddamn Jets. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not ready to put Watkins back into my lineup, even if he's good to go. Knox for the Bills, tight end, coming back from COVID.
I think that's a big thing for the offense.
They need that.
They really do. I mean, he was Allen's guy to start the season. First 4 games, he was doing really well. Tyler Croft, may he rest in peace in fantasy. He's droppable now. You guys can let him go. Jamison Crowder did not practice the past couple of days. Sam Darnold did not practice the past couple of days.
Joe Flacco season.
Probably not. If Darnold was playing, I'd be hyping the shit out of Braxton Berrios right now. Braxton Berrios had the fastest 6 catches I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like, how the hell does this guy have 6 catches already? What's he doing? Yeah, it was absolutely nuts. Darnold somehow plays. Give me some Berrios, but I mean, it's the Jets. We don't want anyone in this lineup.
Jets and the Patriots, like a really ugly game. You want to hear some crazy stat? This is like I think one of the first games in a very long time in this day and age of the NFL offenses, where there's 2 teams playing this late in the season. Neither team has thrown a passing touchdown in 3 weeks.
What teams are these?
The Patriots and the Jets.
Yep. Cam hasn't thrown one since September.
Holy hell!
Was it the Seattle game?
Probably.
I mean, the Seattle game. Where is that Patriots team? Bring them back, please. Give me all of Julian Edelman's 180 receiving yards, his 10 catches. Where are those guys? What happened?
IR.
COVID. Whatever. We are still reviewing it.
That's a tutty.
We are still reviewing it.
This angle's perfect.
I mean, yeah, it's in.
Guys, I don't know if
There's
the referees.
no white on his elbow. That's pretty easy, right?
You would.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God. Can that be his only catch, please? God, elite Flacco, says Anestra.
He's a Ravens fan, so.
Right on. Fair enough. The dude did the damn thing. I mean, it was against Kaepernick and lights out game. I don't want to get too into it, but it wasn't my favorite Super Bowl. We'll say it wasn't my favorite. It's not like, whoa, yeah, that one. No, I was like, oh, it's halftime. This game's over, and then we had the delay, and then here come the 49ers. Yeah, it was terrible. I hated that game. So yeah, always fade the Jets if you can. Are you starting Crowder if he plays? You're a Crowder owner.
If he plays, yeah, because he's just been so consistent when he plays. It's like between 6 and 8 catches. That's really the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Crowder or my boy Berrios.
Maybe they finally throw to Denzel Mims some more. I really like Denzel Mims. It just sucks that this is the team you ended up on.
I'm sick and tired of hearing of Baylor wide receivers. Every time there's like a Baylor receiver that comes in, Corey Coleman or Denzel Mims. Like, I don't care about Baylor receivers. They were just good because the Big 12 is just a high-flying conference.
Josh Gordon was pretty good.
Who?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon cannot
keep
the
really
pipe out of his mouth.
Really high.
He was a high flyer, man.
Couldn't get him on the ground. Anestra, yeah, absolutely got to respect Flacco. Dude has a ship. But you got to respect Foles too, because he's got one as well. Just saying. Just saying. If
This doesn't make him.
We're talking ships.
Oh,
is that McKinnon?
Was it? Yeah, McKinnon on special teams, getting the ball, getting some touches. Don't worry, it doesn't go towards any of the props. No.
Craycraft right there. Here we go.
Craycraft.
Number 13. Is that Kevin White?
No, that's Richie James.
Kevin White's.
I'm surprised Richie James didn't return.
Red zone threat.
They're saving him.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see who else we got here. Josh Jacobs did not practice today. What the fuck?
That sucks.
What's that all about? Late add to the injury report? That's not cool.
That is worrisome.
Going back to the Patriots here, Nate in the chat is asking about the Patriots and what we're thinking about their or the future with Cam. Do you guys think Cam can come back next year, or do they just move on?
They move on.
Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? Like after the first couple of games of the year, everybody's like, "Oh, they got to steal with Cam again. They're good. They got to extend him now." But like, it's really going to be interesting, Nate, to see the last 8 games of the year and see how Cam finishes out. Because we were talking last week, right? Cam looked good, right? And then COVID happened, and then he's not been the same since. Is he just recovering from it? Is that just the damage that happened to his body? So it's going to be interesting the next 8 games because what other options could it be, right? Like. I think they've won too many games to get that first pick, so that's not going to happen. So I think
there's no reason to tank. Yeah,
I mean the way the NFL is, there's going to be no shortage of jobs for Cam. Oh come on, can I at least get a legal contact?
Can I get a little pass interference here, a little pushy push,
legal contact,
little pushy push.
The one thing I want to say about the Patriots is I don't think Cam's going to come back because I think Bill Belichick is seeing that this isn't the kind of offense that he wants to run for his team.
Maybe McDaniels is gone.
Yeah, maybe McDaniels is gone, but what I was going to say is they don't need the first pick to get a quarterback because Trevor Lawrence is going first overall no matter what. But Justin Fields is also there. Trey Lance is also there. Bill Belichick is going to get one of those guys with that. He's probably going to get a top maybe 10 pick, maybe. I don't know, but it's not looking good there, but they have the picks. So I think he's just reloading right now. And everybody's coming back next year, like their defense. I think they're going to be in prime position to make a deep run next year.
They do have a lot of guys sitting out on the COVID exempt list.
I think they have the most in the NFL.
Oh, they did. Yeah, absolutely.
Like
to start the year.
And the thing is that when they sit out this year, their contracts stop. So next year, there was like a couple guys that if they played this year, they're going to be free agents next year. Bill Belichick did his little wizardry in the Dark Star in the Dark Star or whatever. That's Star. There we go. Sorry, didn't mean to mess that up. But he's definitely doing chess over there. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Driscoll mentioned in the chat about mentioning the entire 49ers offense is out. Best season ever. Not wrong. It's pretty solid for those guys over there.
It's a bummer, my friend. It's a bummer.
Yeah. Going into the Patriots, just kind of taking a look at them down the road here. I want you guys to play some win-loss with me here. So I'm just going to throw out a team name. Going to throw out some team names. You're going to give me win-loss. New York Jets.
Win.
Dub.
Win. Baltimore Ravens.
Loss.
L.
Loss. Houston Texans on the road.
Loss.
Texans win. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a win over the Texans. Arizona Cardinals at home.
Loss.
Loss. At the Chargers.
Loss.
I'm gonna say a win. At the Rams.
Fuck. I'm sorry. They lose to the Rams.
Yeah, they'll lose.
Lose to the Rams. Miami at Miami.
They're gonna lose.
Oh, they always lose Miami in December.
They're gonna beat Miami. Versus Buffalo at home.
Lose.
I'm gonna say lose, and then the Jets to close it out.
Win.
Really not that bad.
I had them at what, 3-5?
Yeah, not that bad.
Well, that's 3.
I have more win. I had more wins for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-5. What are they right now?
They are. Was it
right there? It's 2-5.
2-5.
So I have them finishing 6-10.
They're not making the playoffs.
They're gonna have
6-10 sounds about right.
The thing is, the NFC East is like sucking up like 4 picks of the top 10. So, they might get a top 10, top 15 pick, but that's good enough for that's probably the best position they've had in like a decade.
And that's just cracking me up here in the chat. He says Bill's sending the "you up" text to Big Tom. Hey, can we talk? Just some things I want to kind of get off my chest.
It wasn't you. It was me.
Last one here. Justin Herbert. Random add to the injury report. I don't know why. He practices in full, but apparently he's tweaking his shoulder. Are we still feeling the Chargers this week in a potentially high-scoring game?
He didn't get a shot in his chest or anything, right?
No.
Good. That's good.
No. That's when I go for the doctors. All right. You did the right thing, Doc. Taking out Tyrod or whatever he wants to go by. You did good, sir. You do it again. We're coming for you.
I monitored this all the way to Sunday. I had him in a league where I was debating starting him or Lamar because he's just been so good.
Dude, I tried trading this dude. Remember when I told you about this whole vetoing thing, right? Listen to this. Justin Herbert, Dalvin Cook, Tyreek Hill for Lamar Jackson and some trash. This dude would not accept it. I tried giving him the QB1 for the following week. Wouldn't take it. I believe Lamar may even been going on a bye. I just want to tank. Just let me tank. It is driving me nuts. I'm sitting at 1-5. Why play to the middle when in a keeper league I can play to the bottom and rev up for next year? It's killing me.
That would have been a solid trade because
the dude would have cleaned up. He would have cleaned up.
Herbert and Dalvin is where you had me. Tyreek Hill. It's just.
I had
at the same time though with those players. I'm surprised you were 1-5.
Well, yeah. I mean, Herbert wasn't in
until a few weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I'm going to tell you right now how many weeks I had him in. He's been fun. Been riding this, bro. I've been riding this dude. Yeah. So let's see. Herbert last week, 21 fantasy points. The week before that, 35 fantasy points. Before his bye, 29. The week before that, against Tampa Bay, when I started him first time, 22 points. In the past 4 games, he has at least 3 passing touchdowns in every fucking game.
I mean, he's a quarterback and they got weapons, and now they're finally unlocking that offense. I heard that they should let go Anthony Lynn to truly unlock Justin Herbert, because I feel like
or Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, man, he's a dog. He has the most receptions in the NFL's history for a career start of 94 games. So through first 94 games, he has the most receptions. What?
Underrated receiver.
That's crazy. And he's not even in the top echelon of conversation.
We're drafting that dude in the 6th round this year. One of my top 10 guys, 6th round. What the hell?
Wild.
That's 3 rounds after Cooper Kupp.
And that's a team where if you're a guy like Eric Bieniemy or if you're like an offensive
oh man,
Josh McDaniels.
Drooling.
Could you imagine Josh McDaniels with that offense?
I don't see it.
You don't like it? I like it.
Josh Daniels on the Patriots' success since I'm just like, eh. I'm all about the Andy Reid tree more than I am about the Bill Belichick one. But whoever it be, right?
Well, McDaniels had a job with the Colts, and he was like, "Nah, I'll just go." Oh,
And I
nah.
think the Colts were
Last year with Tom. It was the last year with Tom, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last year with Tom.
Yeah, but yeah, no, whoever it is, because I think that offense is like,
Mhm.
and the sad part is they're like 1-6, 1-7, but they could easily be 5-1 right now, 4-2 right now, 4-3, because they keep losing these close games. They barely lost this. Barely lost the Saints. They blew a lead to the Broncos, and you can go on and on and on.
Oh, they lost in the last play of the game. The Broncos, like,
yeah.
I mean,
the Saints. It's just they fight. The talent is there. I think what they're lacking is that coach and leadership in those tough moments to win those games. So that could easily be a team that's a playoff team next year. If they get the right coach in there. I like Anthony Lynn, but he's not the guy for the job.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we kept seeing him on the props list too for potential fires. Aaron Jones, another first down. Packers are rolling, pissing me off.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's killing me. So it's all good. It's all good. All right. So next up, let's dive into some more Week 9 actual topics here. What do you guys think about the Jaguars this week? What do you think about Jake Luton? Are you trust or bust Jake Luton Week 9? I'll just start it there.
Bust.
Give me some trust. Give me some trust.
He's not Minshew.
I mean,
we don't know that. Minshew, dude, we didn't know Minshew until we saw Minshew. I mean, come on now.
I mean, I'm staying away from the Jags. I mean,
so you sit Shark, sit Cole. I mean, I know you traded Robinson, but I mean, what are you doing with James Robinson this week? Sit down, Adams. Sit down.
Gang tackle. I mean,
Dear
Robinson,
God.
you have to start him, right? He depending on your scoring format, he's top 3 running back. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. You have to start him. So, but it's just I don't know. I mean, you don't know what to expect with this guy.
I'm gonna say trust him, Jake Luton. I'm gonna say trust him. I think they're gonna be down, chasing some points. I think he's gonna throw a lot. Maybe he throws a couple of interceptions, but I think he gets a touchdown or two.
I think James Robinson is still good trust because Jake Luton is not going to come in here and be gunslinging around. They're going to be trying to set him up because trying to build some confidence.
They're saying they want to take more deep shots with Luton in the lineup.
Whatever.
Don't be saying that if Shark goes off for a 100-yard game and Devontae Parker's sitting there with Tua.
I have a lot of DJ Stark stuff.
Yeah, I got to be start. I have to start Shark this week. Like where I draft him, how I have him on, or how I have my team set up rostered. He's in. Yeah, he's got to be. I'm just hoping that something kind of changes for these receivers, right? Like at least getting Shark involved. Maybe Cole takes off a little bit more. Chanel's been good, but I think he could be better.
What about Eifert?
I like LaVisca and I like Shark and I like.
Oh yeah, LaVisca's still there.
Yeah, so I was saying Chanel, I think is in line for a better week. We got Rodgers, shotgun set, nobody back there with him. 2nd and 10, 4, 3,
deep
2.
shot to Adams. Oh,
Across the middle to Tanyan. Oh, with the suplex on Tanyan midfield. Stay down, Tanyan. Dude, he's 6'6". He ain't getting sacked. Is that? I'm assuming you're referring to Luton there, Jake.
Oh wow, yeah, he is 6'6".
Hey, 6'6".
But Osweiler was 6'9", still got sacked. So I don't.
Mike Glennon 6'7", and he's gotten sacked plenty of times.
You guys just referenced like the worst tall players of all time.
A good tall player for the NFL.
Oh, it's definitely Brock Osweiler. He's 6'9".
I'm saying a good.
Oh,
how tall is Peyton Manning?
That's 6'4".
6'6". For your son, 6'6". I mean, 6'6" is a pretty big guy.
Let's see,
pretty big man.
The best
power forward
quarterback. Man, that's a good trivia.
Aaron, 3rd and 5. A lot of contact.
Good.
A lot of contact.
Good defense.
Oh,
that's good defense.
Be still my heart. I'm glad that it was.
Damn good defense.
I'm glad that it was.
The refs, love to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, hand on the back though. That's what I was worried about.
No, Adams had it on him too.
Okay,
I think that's a good. Oh well,
just don't. This is why we don't review pass interference.
I mean, they can.
Shh. No, do not do that. That's why we cannot throw the red challenge flag on the play.
Here comes Trent Taylor. Turn for a touchdown.
But for the Jags this week, I'm throwing maybe some ill-advised trust into Jake Luton. They got to make some changes there. The coaching staff is saying like, hey, you should expect to see a different type of football team. I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm not telling you to put him in your lineup, but I'm interested to see if this can happen this week. Can Divine Azigbo get some work? Can the man get some touches?
Is he back?
He's been back. He's been back, but he's not being used. He's not touching the field. So
Robinson's
it's like
really good.
they were saying, oh yeah, no. I'm not saying you just like take the ball off his hands, but they were saying after this bye, we're going to be different. We're going to look different. Does Ozigbo get some touches? I'm not saying.
I think so.
I don't think Robinson just goes away. That's not going to happen.
No.
Maybe take the load off.
Woo! Driscoll, you got me all hot and heavy here. Robinson, 150 total yards, two total touchdowns, 250 yards, that's for Lutton. 250, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and 100 yards and a tutty for Shark. Yeah, you're making me giddy, Jake. You're getting me all warm inside. Russell Wilson is the tallest QB, I believe, says Nate Villain. I'm pretty sure you're referring to Kyler Murray, and that's not the golf scoring measurement. Let's see, who else we got here? We already picked the Dolphins running back this week. The Giants signed Dante Pettis. Tommy Two Socks is still in the chat. I'd like to get a word from him on that. Can they finally get the green light to cut Golden Tate now that Pettis is signed? Does this mean anything at all?
No.
I want to say the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like, they have Ingram Slayton. He's just there.
Yeah, I don't really know why they needed to go out and get this guy, but Golden Tate's been raising a big fuss there on the social media, liking posts about him getting cut from the team. So is it time?
Cut him.
He was brought in because he was a quiet veteran that could lead by example, and he's done nothing but cause issues.
Jalen Ramsey just got the best of him.
Yeah, got right in his head rent free.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. You can't say shit like that, Justin. Expect me to say quiet.
It's true, though. That's why I'm laughing. It was funny. It's true. He did get the best of his sister.
The Tate family is 0-2 versus Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, man.
It's true, though.
Zinger.
Oh, man. I haven't been this red since Tuesday. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me. Dante Pettis going to the Giants. I wanted to see if Tommy would have anything to add in about it. Does he got anything? No. Goon up, gentlemen, says John Reed.
What's up, John Reed?
What up, John Reed in the chat? Drop your favorite team. Well, you already mentioned something, so you're in the raffle again for the hoodie. Trying to get John Reed up in the mix. Good thing you showed up. Isaiah Ford to the Patriots. Nick was banging that drum.
Yeah, he's going to lead the league in receptions, guaranteed.
Does it mean anything? Does it mean anything to the Patriots is Isaiah Ford?
I mean, they have no passing attack, so why not?
Julian Edelman down on the bench for at least a couple more weeks.
I think Edelman's going to be done there. I think that generation is past.
Well, that's about that time. When you watch some highlights of him from like 3 years ago, you're like, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah.
Julian Edelman, by the way, wide receiver 7 just a year ago. Like
he was off to a pretty decent start this year.
Not really. Just that one game. Just the Seattle game. That's it. McKinnon
4 yards.
We're going to use a lot of McCasey tonight.
No, yeah, it was weird to see that interdivisional trade, but I don't think so.
No, was it a trade or just was it cut and sign?
I thought it was a trade.
True.
For Ford?
Was it a trade?
It was a trade.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so there you go. It was a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we were all about the Ryan Fitzpatrick attire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice
man.
little homage to Isaiah Ford with the short shorts. So good for him. Being a good teammate, like always.
Yeah, good teammate, great leader. He was only QB9 before you benched him, you turds.
And you didn't trade him? Come on, man. Being selfish.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Richie James.
Richie James.
Get him
To the house. Let's go, Richie James. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Kevin White would have
Just
scored.
Hand that ball off.
That was a good play.
It was a good play. Let's go. Fire up.
I
In
love
scoring
the way
position.
Nick Mullins played. He had to check down all day, but he just stood in the pocket. He had the time, waited for it to develop, Boom.
There it is. Bang.
Balls of steel.
He's all about them.
I don't know how much it's Mullins or if it's Shanahan, but he's just
Jimmy G does not look like this in this offense.
every time Mullins has played, even when the Niners sucked in 2018,
Mhm.
I like the way he played.
I think he should have gone to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys would have been right there.
But they wouldn't have traded Mullins to the Cowboys.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
they know
of
what
course.
they know what they got in him.
They know
Beat
what they
hard.
got, and they need to use him. Yeah,
Beat hard. I was there with you, Nick. I was like, beat hard to the Cowboys. Let's go.
good cutback by McKinnon.
Yeah, but his name isn't McHasty. Come on.
Told y'all.
Kidding me. Killing me. All right, moving on. Let's see. We already covered Marquise Brown. All right, back to the Cowboys. Who you got week 9? Cooper Rush or Garrett Gilbert?
Garrett Gilbert.
Pass.
Is Josh Johnson available? Why doesn't that guy have a job? Is he
Josh Johnson.
He's really
Is
old,
he like-
though. He's like 35.
okay? So like,
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's
I don't
might
get
be
it,
a
man.
knock.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Gilbert. I mean, Rush has been there for a while.
Mhm.
It reports sound like it's going to be Gilbert, but I mean, I'm just like, what are we doing here? It's just
McKinnon first down inside
the way
the
that
25.
the way that team falls. I mean, because they're on their way to a top 5 pick probably.
Mhm.
What do you do though? Because not to get too sidetracked though, but just think about next year with quarterbacks. Like,
Sign Dak.
They need to sign Dak to something.
You think they're going to do it now?
Dak's Batman. Zeke's Robin.
I don't think Dak or his team is anywhere near the negotiating table right now. And why would they? They have zero leverage.
He
needs to get back healthy.
I
and
still
then
can't believe they paid Zeke before they paid Dak.
He'll do some Tua videos. He'll like that. That'll be the first thing that we see is Dak doing the Dak dance.
Poison.
What's he gonna do though? Not shit.
You
Jack.
Let's go.
Get it.
It's still a 5-yard play.
I don't hate it.
Perfect.
I don't hate it. Other than Hasty not getting the love.
Yeah, but yeah, this weekend does it really matter? We play the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, what you can cover the Steelers by -20 on this one?
It's -13.5. That's one of my best bets I dropped for this week. Some of these things just don't overthink it, right? The last week with the Chiefs, people are like, well, it's an obvious bet. Well, take it then. It was easy money.
A lot of people said the Bucks with -13 was obvious. I stayed the fuck away from that.
No, that one, the Giants seem really weird to me. Giants are a pain in the ass. He jumped.
You sneaky bastard.
Giants have been a pain in the ass team, right? They covered against the Bears. They covered against the Rams. So they stick around. So I wasn't too shocked by that. I thought Bucks would have been better, but the Cowboys are just such a mess. It's just
Sneaker Kenny says he's stacking up the Steelers against the Cowboys this week. It's not a bad idea.
And Kenny, shout out to Kenny again. Kenny's always here every week with us. He's a Cowboys fan, so I always feel so bad because Kenny's such a good dude. I'm sorry, bud. But yeah, it's just
this year should have been way different for the Cowboys by far.
It's just the one Dak goes off this historic season. I really liked what he was doing. Loved watching how way he was playing because they were just like it was like Madden. Like Kenny knows this. It was like our Madden league. It's just like fucking 700 yards a game. They're just tossing it all over the place.
You guys are not playing on all Madden.
Our league is very.
That was a terrible play call.
Sliders.
No, it's we have a connected franchise. We have people that everybody. It's crazy. It's very pass heavy league.
Just tell me that you're at least playing on all pro. And
it's all Madden.
Okay.
It's a connected franchise. Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. That's all I was asking. I was like, 700 yards. You motherfuckers better be playing on all Madden. I don't know what you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like they are at home, so maybe they get like a certain maybe a little bit of motivation or something. But the Steelers are just playing so good.
I don't know what quarterback to pick. I'm benching all of my Cowboys other than Zeke. That includes Amari Cooper. That includes Lamb. That includes Gallup. Although Gallup did kind of well last week, but that was with Danucci. I don't know I don't know what to expect. I don't know.
Season's way over now.
Can they cut Danucci now? Like, all right, we've got two other guys. Like, we brought in this third dude who has no reason to be here. Can he leave now?
And can we just give props to the Steelers real quick? I know we're talking about the Cowboys, but they went into Tennessee, beat the Titans, went into Baltimore and beat the Ravens. They're 7-0. Like
Lamar beat the Ravens, but Lamar beat the Ravens. I'm not down on saying that the Steelers won that game. Lamar had 4 turnovers and the team lost by 4. Like, to me,
it goes both ways though. That's a good defense.
No, man, no. The Ravens should have had that game wrapped up by the half. Lamar was turning the ball over on his own side of the field. Ugh. Like, that was literally Lamar's worst game of his career.
Yeah,
and they were running all over the place. They were running when they all the time, but they were making a lot of passing plays when they did not need to be passing. Did you see the interception by Lamar that was overturned? Another one on his own side of the field.
That one, I don't recall seeing that one.
So the defensive back catches the ball midair. It looks a clean pick, and as he comes down to the ground, ball hits the ground. Mm-hmm. It just slides across the ground a little bit. They call it back. He could have easily had 5 turnovers in that game and lost by 4. To me, Lamar lost that game, man. Like, he just the quarterback in the rain. Like, he just was not ready for that. So I like him this week. Playing indoors.
Speed.
Richie James.
I like Richie James.
That's Rich James, bitch.
I like Rich James. Yep.
Fuck the Steelers, says Anestra.
Ravens fan.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
We sent them some Ravens love. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care between the two, like who's better or whatever. I was telling Donnie, I was like, hey, the Steelers are, they should beat the Ravens, right? Mm-hmm. I still took the Ravens to fucking cover 4 points. Yeah, I still took them to cover 4 points, 4 turnovers. Give me 1/2 point.
Yeah, I picked them straight up last week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's not easy. All right, moving on. Fant versus Alberto. What do you this week? Just this week.
Who are they playing?
Falcons.
I'm gonna go Alberto.
Top 3 points to the tight end in fantasy.
Alberto.
I like Alberto in DFS. In DFS, I think he's a solid play.
I'm sticking with Fant.
Oh, Fant's in my lineup, bro. I got Albert O on the bench and week to week. I got him as my handcuff, but might be the week I need to start both of them.
I was gonna say this could be one of those few weeks where it's very possible both of them could eat.
Oh, absolutely. Albert O has been cleaning up the past couple weeks, man. The connection you guys brought up, it's been there. So last week, 1 for 1. I know it's not great, but a touchdown, bringing it home. Week before that, 7 catches for 7 targets, 60 receiving yards, all love. And the week before that, yeah, he only had 2 catches, but he led the team in targets with 6. Like, Albert O has got some love, man. In some deeper leagues, if you're really hurting, make $1.
It's that's the chemistry at the quarterback, and there's no reason you can't have a 2 tight end set.
Absolutely.
Mullins QB draw.
Oh, dear God.
Jordan Reed.
3rd and goal. Mullins delivers, corner of the end zone, strike.
Oh.
Did he get down?
Nope.
I don't know.
No.
Touchdown!
He dropped the ball, though.
Craycraft, your captain, come and get him.
That's going to get challenged.
Well,
He dropped it.
yeah. But if they kick a field goal, still covering the spread. Let's go. Catch. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
The ball, he didn't control the ball through hitting the
Are you
ground.
going to say he was going to the ground?
There's no way that's a touchdown.
What I hate is, in my opinion, that is a touchdown.
It is a touchdown.
Because, right?
Yeah,
Now it's a touchdown. Right now it's a touchdown.
That's what I hate. It's like,
But what about the Dez's catch? Like, it's the
I
same
get
thing.
it. The NFL rules are stupid. So the Bible
You gotta
rules that
control it
shouldn't be
through
a
the ground.
touchdown. Common sense says yes, that's a touchdown. He caught it, clean possession, clearly had 2 feet in bounds. That's a touchdown. I don't care what happens when he goes down. When he's in the end, I care about what happens in the end zone. Why does it matter what happens when he's out of the end zone? It makes it so fucking annoying. They make it so
Enestra says, "Si, senor."
Oh,
It's that same corner too. Matt LaFleur, go away.
Scoring
fuck
review.
you, LaFleur.
Yeah, exactly.
LaFleur.
LaFleur, come get your balls, LaFleur. We already talked about Tua starting. Here's a fun one for y'all, maybe even for the chat. Does the football team get a win this week?
Hell yeah.
Against who?
The Giants.
At home.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the weather like in DC this weekend? I just want to know, not only for the game, but so that, if I actually need to bring a raincoat, umbrella, tent to camp out in the sports book line.
Let's go to West Virginia, man. Oh, you got to cash out.
Yeah, I got to cash out.
What'd you
last
get on
week.
this weekend?
Just Seahawks money line. I was literally sitting here Sunday morning like, God damn, I cannot figure out this game. Seattle and 49ers. I cannot sit here and figure it out. I go to the book and I give them all my elaborate parlays and everything. And I'm like, you know what? Throw the rest of this on the Seattle. They're gonna win this one outright. The only one that fucking hit. My lock was Packers cover, Bengals cover. Bengals, good teams win, great teams cover. Yep. Go Bengals. Did the damn thing. Packers can't cover by half a fucking point. Half a fucking point is driving me nuts. Payoff would have been beautiful too. It was like, plus 300 or something like that. It was a great return. Did not get it. So yeah, I'm gonna go home or whatever, go to the book and cash my $50 on the birds from the Seahawks.
This weekend's supposed to be real nice, man.
Gonna wear some shorts.
69 and sunny.
I'm wearing shorts to the book.
I told Sarah I'm not going to go to the casino this weekend, but
come out with me. It's all right. Come out with me.
Make a quick ride.
Giants win, says Driscoll. Why?
I don't see it, man. Danny Jones is not becoming any kind of quarterback of the future.
Giants just beat the football team not too long ago
by a point.
And it was literally, the football team going for 2 points. They could have just kicked it, could have taken the pat, could have taken the shit to overtime. Rivera's got bigger balls than everyone on the Giants, so of course that's going to be the case, right?
Was Haskins quarterback that game? Was that his last game as quarterback?
No, I think Kyle Allen. That was for Kyle Allen's first game.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but let me go back and find out really quick because that is kind of important, actually.
Yeah.
Because if that was Haskins' last game, I'm sorry, was the Ravens. Yeah, because he went into the locker room talking a bunch of shit about how good he was, and then his team was like, "Bro, we lost by a lot."
One interception.
No, it was 2 still.
Only 2.
Such a piece of shit, Dwayne Haskins. Guys, did you see my box score today? No, we haven't logged into our Instagram yet, so we haven't seen it. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't see your selfie photo.
Like, I hit my over.
Oh, kicking the field goal. Boo.
There we go.
Come on, Shaney. Shout out Robbie Gold.
Yeah, shout out Robbie Gold. It's
Come
gonna be
on,
good
Shaney.
as gold.
You got to go for this one, man. You don't know how many times you're going to get down here.
We don't know. Craycroft, he's not happy about it. Hey, Craycroft, get back to the basics, brother.
That's why you secure the ball through the ground.
Look at this block kick right here coming from the left edge. They don't care at all, actually. They didn't care at all.
All right, go ahead, kick it. Haskins is done in Washington. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Why didn't they trade him? That's my question.
Yep.
What are you going to get for him? If you get,
Anything.
So
okay, yeah, we say anything, but if you draft a guy in the first round and then you flip him back for a 6th or 7th, like
it's not going to be a 6th or 7th. I think it'll be a 3rd or a 4th. It sucks.
who's going to give that up right now?
Probably during a
Well,
draft.
who would have given that up prior to the deadline? Like, because that's what you're referencing, right?
Yeah.
Prior to the deadline, there's really no reason because he's probably not going to come in and start for you. So you can probably wait till the offseason.
Mhm.
But I mean, as far as, you say drafting a quarterback in the first round, taking that hit right and trading him.
That's a big hit, really quick,
Cardinals
really
did-
quick.
Classic Washington.
Cardinals did that. Cardinals took
With
Josh
Rosen?
Rosen.
But they changed the guard though. Like they brought in a new GM, new coach.
They did the same thing in Washington.
I understand the same thing could happen here
Mhm.
if Washington, because like the East, we have no idea, right? Like it's going to be weird as fuck when the 6-10 team is picking at number 20 because they won the division and they had to go to the playoffs. So it's really weird. If they win the division, they could be picking in the 20s. If they lose the division, they could be picking in top 10. So I think what they'll do is he's not going to stay on the team. It's pretty obvious that he just doesn't gel with Rivera, right? That's
Yeah.
not Rivera before the season even started. He came in with Kyle Allen, right?
Mhm.
He made it a point to get him. So I think you could flip him for like a 3rd or a 4th. Some other team may see something in him.
Mhm. And Nestor was asking Carolina ? I don't know if that was referring to home for Haskins. They got Phil Walker over there as backup. I like him.
PJ Walker, yeah.
Yeah, I like him too.
He's not bad.
And Teddy's not going anywhere. Teddy's on a 4-year contract.
Oh.
I think Teddy's young too. Teddy's only like 27, 28.
Teddy's looking good. I'm loving me some Teddy Bridge there. CMC coming back. I'm not a Panthers guy. I was like super on the Panthers hate after they blew a 13 gamer for me last year. I'm back. I'm back. I'm ready to roll with the Panthers and Teddy Bridge. I'm loving what he's putting together over there. Let's see. We got a handoff to is that Jones? Irvin.
Yeah.
Irvin. What's Jones been up to since that first drive? I don't know if of much, to be honest with you. 7-3 game here, coming to the end of the first. How do you guys liking the live over here?
What is the live over?
We're at 10 points right now. I'll pull up the actual live number here on one of the books and see what we get. Well, I mean, at the beginning of the game, where we were sitting at what 48 and a half. We're at 10 points right now.
Way too high.
So we're at. I didn't love the 48 and a half. Like if they were posting a 50, I don't call me crazy. I know it's 2 numbers, but I'm feeling better about it on the under.
One of the things that's gotten really tough
Stop
the last
it.
few
Stop
weeks
it, Adams.
at the books for me has been like the first month of the season.
Mhm.
The overs are fucking cashing because the
Yeah.
NFL was not adjusting. The
Mhm.
odds makers weren't adjusting
Mhm.
to this year. Like last year, if you saw over 52, 51,
Mhm.
that's a big deal. This year it fucking wasn't because I think you have 8 teams that are averaging more than 30 a game.
Mhm.
Now those numbers you're seeing for more of these games when I'm doing my article every week, I'm seeing over 58, over 52nd for like a Texans and Jaguars game. Like, what the fuck is going on?
58.
56 or something.
Oh,
It's like
dear God.
mid-50s, and I'm just like, what the hell? And you think about it, I can always talk myself into taking the over. It's an addiction. That's my addiction, taking the over. But I mean, in this game, like you look at it, like just knowing how these teams are going to play, it's a short week. Niners don't have any of the weapons they normally do on the outside. They're going to run the ball. Green Bay's, they're coming off a loss. They're going to try to play it safe. So, what is the live number?
47 and a half. They moved it down a point.
Not a point.
I'll take the under still.
I'm still fine with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm good.
I think this could be like an under 45 game.
I don't really think that those. No, I'm not saying anything about Adams and Rodgers anymore. I'm not asking for anyone to knock on wood or anything. I'm not even talking about that stack.
And for even that drive, right? Green Bay had to score on a bomb. It was like a 50-yard bomb they scored on. They've been struggling since then to drive the ball.
But they got Devontae Adams, who's going to still get 15 receptions.
God.
Don't let it happen, please. Don't let it happen.
I just read the numbers, guys.
I feel you.
Just give me a message.
All right, let's run into some of the this.
Oh, actually, before we run into some of the stat leaders,
Let's go through Imran's picks for this week. Let's jump into
Sure.
the 5 favorites for this week, and we'll kind of go that direction a little bit.
5 plays.
See who Imran is on. I got him pulled up here if you want to start going through, or if you got him.
Yeah, we'll start off with the first one. So, guys, every week right now in the season, we're doing pretty solid. We're at 65%.
That's more than solid. That's building all your profit. Like, come on.
That's elite.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And over the weeks, we've given you some bonus plays. So, do a quick shout out to the Bengals, who I fucking love me some Cincinnati Bengals, straight up covering and hitting that over for us last week on the bonus.
#profit 2020.
Joe Burrow, I fucking love Joe Burrow so much. But first game we have this week is the game it's one of the games of the weeks in my opinion. The Bengals on my mind, but Bills and Seahawks. So this is going to be in Buffalo, and like we talked about earlier, Seattle, as good as they are, as great as that offense is, Russell Wilson's your MVP right now, that defense is equally bad. The defense is the worst in the NFL. It's on par with what what Atlanta's doing, with how bad Dallas is. They're giving up nearly 475 yards a game.
Mhm.
They're going to give up points. They're going to give up yards. I think they beat the Niners last week, but the Niners, even with Mullins coming, I think they still dropped 27.
Yeah, no, the back end of that game, Mullins was Seattle kryptonite.
Yeah, exactly. And Josh Allen, like we talked about earlier, he's going to get Dawson Knox back. He's going to get John Brown back.
Mhm.
Those are some weapons, right? He's going to be able to get the middle of the field with Cole Beasley, who's been a nice receiver for them this year, along with Stephon Diggs. So I think that's going to be a high-scoring game. Buffalo's defense is it's better than Seattle's, but it's like middle of the pack. So Seattle's going to get there. So I'll take the over. The overs tend to adjust on these. So I've stopped putting the number. I don't know if I put the number in this. I don't think I put the number in this article because last week for the Bengals and Titans.
Oh, what a drop! Is that a fumble?
No, Marquez no, he never had possession.
A couple of steps, I thought.
No.
He never had possession. Though.
All right, fair enough. That was the worst drop I've seen in a long time.
I need to do a replay. I'll finish my thought after this replay.
Yeah, that was a terrible, terrible drop. That's a first down, by the way. That's a first down. It's not. Yeah. I never had it. But that's a first down drive killer right there.
But yeah, sticking to my example of last week, when I saw the line when I wrote the article last week for the Bengals and the Titans, the over under was I think 53. I think. By the time we got to game day, the line came down to 49, and the game hit 51 and covered. So always keep an eye on these overs and keep an eye on the movement. So this week I really like. I also like Buffalo in this game. Buffalo plus 2.5, the home dog at home. I think it's going to be a close game and a high scoring game.
We take them up to 3 or no? Just you like the 2?
I think they're going to win outright. Sometimes people are scared of the money line. They're like they want a little bit of a cushion. So I say, but those are my 3 plays in this game. Plus 2.5. And if you want to be greedy, take the over.
What do you think, Nick? Where are you at here?
Which game we're talking about?
Seattle Bills.
I think that the Bills are going to completely struggle to actually take advantage of how bad the defense is in Seattle. I think Russ Wilson is just going to take advantage of the mediocre defense of Buffalo. Josh Allen kind of took this season by storm, but really it was kind of like preseason. And after like week 4, he's kind of fallen off of a map in terms of like that elite production that was coming from him. I just don't see him taking advantage of the terrible defensive backs in Seattle. So I have Seattle winning this game.
I want to say that too. I got Imran sitting over here at 65%. It's kind of a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to be the contrarian.
But last week, that's really where I was too. Like I was sitting there like, man, 49ers are going to win this game. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. And then I get to the book. I'm like, Seattle's fucking got this. Seattle's got this.
I like the points here either way. I haven't made up my mind. But I like points in this game.
Points
I don't
is a lock, honestly.
Yeah. I really do like Seattle -3 because I think they could potentially lose this game, and I'll still take them as the 3. McKinnon is not going to let Hasty eat tonight.
Jeez.
I'm telling you guys.
He's not going to let.
Sorry,
Hasty
Lucas.
Driving me nuts.
Next game we got up is Broncos and Falcons. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game as well. I don't have the over-under in front of me. I'll pull that up. But I think this game, Denver was down 21 last week. They're losing 24-3 to the Chargers. Like basically, theirs are playing at the same time, so I was watching it closely. But at the end of the day, when I saw they won, I was like, what the fuck happened here?
It was awesome.
It's a young team. They're fighting. Drew Lock, I think he's finally knocking some of that rust off. He's developing a chemistry with their young weapons. KJ Hamler had the game-winning touchdown. Albert O had a touchdown in that game. That's 2 of their picks from this year. So I think this team's going to be good.
Ooh, bad ball, but Richie James cleaning it up.
I love me some Nick Mullins. But
Nick Mullins and Richie James tonight.
So they're +4 in Atlanta. So I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So I got to double-check the over.
I got
this game. Let me know what it is right now.
We're at 50.
It's at 50.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate the 50 either. I would probably buy it down to 47 and feel comfortable.
Indoor game too. I like it a lot.
And like I said, I can see that's being a really high-scoring game. But I think the Broncos keep it close. They might win outright, but I think they can cover that 4.
I love when Nick Mullins throws. I know we use this term all the time, but the dude kisses it. Literally, when he throws the ball, his mouth is like this. He's like,
he really reminds me of when he plays. He reminds me a lot of Alex Smith. Just really good, solid decisions, right? He takes his time when it's available.
Hasty, looking good.
He makes the good decisions. So I like his mentality, just making the big plays first.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Back to that game. I love the Broncos +4 here. I'm all over the Broncos +4. Give me that all day. What do you think, Nick?
Broncos are playing
Falcons.
Falcons. Oh,
in Atlanta.
yeah. I love the Broncos covering that for sure.
Yeah, plus give me the Broncos +4. Drew Lock coming off a career game, 3 passing touchdowns, drives down the field to win it for the Broncos, telling everybody, hey, get off my doorstep. I'm going to be dancing all over the yard. If you don't like it, don't tune in. I'm in on Drew Lock. Give me the Broncos to cover 4 on the road here up against the Falcons, who have looked, like shit.
Plus Lindsey's back, or it's still there, so he's still healthy.
They've said as much. Lindsey's their guy.
I love Lindsey.
They came out. Fangio came out and said, hey, like, no, it's not a combo here. Lindsey's going to be the dude going forward. And I mean, I don't know. People are speculating that there's some, Gordon punishment still to come
DUI
for the league. Like there could be something coming any day after the courts work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually how that stuff is delayed,
right. So if Gordon winds up getting taken out for a couple of weeks, man, Lindsey could be your one on championship rosters.
Yeah, absolutely. So going to our next game, I'm actually going to skip this game because it's a homer game, so I need to explain to people why it's not a bias fake. But Bucks and Saints.
No. I'm not letting that slide. Next game up. I'm serious. No, that's bullshit. The Bears are going to cover this game. Come on.
So
they covered the Saints, who are a much better team.
I wanted
than
to spend more time on this one. That's why I wanted to go last, but I'm happy to do it. So Bears at Titans, right?
Come on,
we got time.
So
it's not that difficult.
Just looking at the trends and looking at the stats, which I always look at. The teams that can cover, like the Bengals, teams that always hit their overs, like
the Bears. Well, not the over part.
Yeah. But the Bears actually go in the under. Last week was one of the exceptions where I think it was the first time in 5 games the under didn't hit. And it was only by 2 points. But, this game.
And we needed overtime to hit it.
Yep. Yeah. Overtime was needed. So this game, right, the Titans just got their asses kicked by the Bengals in Cincy, right? So they're going to be pissed. The Bears, we haven't talked about enough, but they're this week's, team that's gotten damaged by COVID. Mitch was lost to an unrelated injury. Tyler Bray has COVID. After Line has COVID. So they're going to have like 5 new starters. But, hey, the Bengals had 5 new starters last week on their O-line. They won.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
The defense is solid. And I think Tannehill, who's playing good, he's kind of come down to earth a little bit. I think the Bears are going to key in on him. And I think they're going to keep this game close. I really don't know.
Knock that down. You got to knock that ball down.
No, that's a bad throw.
That was a terrible throw.
He's been doing those type of throws. He's been getting away with it, but that one, I think it was just a matter of
Devontae Adams, here we go.
But yeah, so my thing here is really that all the Bills games this year have also been close. The one blowout they had was against the Bills on that Tuesday night game where they're basically coming off 2 weeks of rest. It was a really weird week for everybody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they've been in 1-score games, and I think +6 with that Bears defense, and I really don't know what's going to happen. They need this game really bad. I just don't know what's going to happen, but I think they can cover that number.
Before I take it off, Nick, what do you think about this game? Bears visiting the Titans. Bears are +6 on the spread.
Man, the Bears defense is really elite. The offense just got to get clicking. Like Derrick Henry is going to be getting the ball. They're going to be running the clock. They're going to be wearing down the defense. So if the offense does not sustain drives to keep their defense like off the field, I think it's going to be a long day. Really, I feel like it's just based on Foles. If Foles actually becomes Foles of what we know, or is he going to be more towards like Trubisky? It's really hard to determine. And I've watched a couple Bears games because I'm with Justin, but I've been really impressed with their defense. I'm not worried about their defense. I'm worried about their offense catching up.
Yeah, and just some fun stats for you guys. Khalil Mack has a sack in 5 straight games.
Doing the damn thing.
He's back. And go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry, Justin.
No, it's fine. When it all comes down to it, we're just saying the Bears are going to cover 6. That's why I'm saying don't worry about the homer shit, because it's not like you're saying Bears are going to walk into Tennessee, they're going to mop the floor with them, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. No, we're not saying that. Whatever. Anyways, Bears are going to cover 6 points, and here's why: the Titans have covered 2-5 on their cover record. They've covered 2 games this season.
Bears are 5-2 and won 4 outright 4 times.
Exactly. The Tennessee defense, 27th against the pass, 24th up against the run. If not now, then when, Foles, right? Like this should be the week. This should be the week. And I'm not even going to the under or the over, any of that. I'm just talking about the Bears are going to cover this game because they're in every single game. Their defense keeps them in every game.
Yep.
15th up against the pass, 18th up against the run, and they're still winning games.
Yep.
That's their defense. Now, can Derrick Henry, get a little bit of value this week, take it to the Hizzy, clog up the middle? Sure, it can happen. But the Bears are going to cover 6. Like their defense is just too good for them not to. The offense has a few tricks up its sleeve. Not many,
and
but some.
Another thing that's going to happen is their defense is due for some turnovers. Like watching that Saints game, They had 2 back-to-back 6 opportunities where Oakland and Jackson did in overtime, what they just missed. And that's been happening a lot lately. That happens against the Rams with Gibson. So I think they might get one of those turnovers that the Bengals were getting.
Mhm.
I feel good, like I said, about the 6. Just as going off of trends and what both teams have been doing this year.
Give me a touchdown, no problem.
Yep.
Now we can move on to the next one. Not that big a deal.
Bucks and Saints. This is going to be, another game of the week right here.
Woo!
What was that?
Woo! Knocking it down.
Safety coming on it. Hard.
Game and flying.
Mm-hmm.
But Bucks and Saints is going to be an awesome game, right? The Antonio Brown debut. A lot of weapons here. Michael Thomas returning. I think this is just going to be a high-scoring game. There's just no way around it. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. Going to be up all night watching this game finish. So I think the over is at 54.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't scare me.
What do you think about just the game in general? You're not ready yet?
Bucks are. What's the spread on the Bucks?
4.5.
I'll take the Bucks.
You like the Bucks at 4.5?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Yeah, I really don't hate that. The Saints are still pretty beat up here. What do you think about the total here, Nick? What number do you have?
I got it at 54.5.
Woo! I'm seeing it 50.5. Gotta hammer that.
Yeah.
Hammer that.
50. Yeah, I'll take that easy.
What about? Excuse me. What about the 54, Nick?
I still say over. I think that we're going to see a little bit different of an offense with Antonio Brown being there, and Brady and Brown already have the connection based on of New England, and now they're living together. So I think
I forgot that they adopted him.
Yep.
I wonder how Giselle feels about that.
I saw a tweet. It said, "Is it bad that I hope that Giselle has a kid in 9 months that's mixed?" And I was like, "That's really rude."
That's pretty bad.
but
great.
Complete digression. But
Do
anyway,
you think that Tom gives him a kiss goodnight?
absolutely.
You think he gives a little AB, a little smooch?
Most likely.
Lips or cheek?
Lips. He's trying for lips.
Full blown French, baby.
Antonio Brown's like, I don't know if I should do this or not, but it's Tom Brady.
I want this ring really
You know,
bad.
when you have an opportunity to go play with the greatest quarterback of all time, you suck that tongue.
You can live here, but you got to kiss to walk in.
100% says Tommy Two Socks. What do you think about the spread? Bucks and Saints minus 4.5.
I think the Bucks are going to cover.
It's hard for me to say no, man.
The Saints have looked good. Going to be seeing a lot of Kamara this week, but little turf toe. Going up against that really tough front seven. Aaron Rodgers under pressure dunks it off to Aaron Jones, taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards loss.
No big deal. They are going to be kicking it.
No, it's third down.
I know, but they're going to be kicking it after this one. Don't worry.
Confidence. I like it.
After just some loss of yardage on second down.
Oh, I lost my train of thought. We get back to it. Where are we at here? Next game.
Saints Bucks.
Steelers and Cowboys. I'm taking the Steelers. I got minus 13.5. It's probably going to get higher.
That number's going higher.
It's just because the Steelers, like I mentioned, they may be the most complete team in football. They have an opportunity defense. They'll get after you with TJ Watt and Bud Dupree. Minka's always lurking back there. Joe Hayden's a little bit older, but still a good corner. This team's just good. Benny Snell, James Conner gave him a good running game.
Anthony McFarland
from Terp.
Do they go for this here? The Packers are going to be bringing up 4th and 1. They're up 7-3.
That looks like he's got it on that.
That's a terrible spot, in my opinion, but whatever. Maybe he does have it. Those sidearms are fucking beautiful, Rodgers. God bless.
Mahomes are better, but whatever.
Yeah, that one you posted today was nuts.
It's porn.
It was nuts.
That is a horrible spot.
That's a horrible spot.
No,
that's a horrible spot.
That's a horrible
He basically
spot.
gave him the first down.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, this game, man, it's just Steelers are good at every level. Ben, all these fucking weapons, man, against the shitty secondary. This is just Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Juju, like James Conner. Just pick. I just feel really bad for Dallas. They just don't match up well against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got you. Nick, do you think it's that easy? Just kiss it, minus 14? You think so?
A lot of turnovers.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Steelers defense can force a turnover too. Maybe we get a Minka Fitzpatrick touchdown this week. We'll see.
I see it.
And one thing I want to just comment on, I said it to Jake about the Bears for the second half. The second half of the Bears actually I don't think is going to be long because they're in a really tough stretch right now. The last 7 games for the Bears.
I like their last games.
No. I'm saying the schedule of games they've had.
Oh, so far.
What they've just.
Yeah,
I don't think people realize this, so I just want to run this off. Give me just a minute. They played the Colts, then the Bucks, then the Panthers, then the Rams, then the Saints, then the Titans. They play the Vikings, but then they play the Packers. I don't think anybody in the NFL has a tougher stretch, but it evens out in the second half of the season after that. Basically, after this game, you got the Vikings twice, you got the Lions, you got the Texans, you got the Jags.
Packers twice. That's the tough part.
And Packers twice, but I mean, that doesn't scare me, right? So they could go, I think, 5-3 in the first half and the second half. just on the schedule. I mean, I really want them to get one of these games
At
against
worst.
the Saints.
At worst, I have them at 10-6. At worst.
Yeah, and I think it's just that's the other thing where I think people are overreacting on Foles. He's played like shit. He's thrown some bad interceptions, but if he had started week 1 and played the teams that Mitch played, I think he would have destroyed the Lions, destroyed the Giants, destroyed the Falcons in a quarter.
He did destroy the Falcons.
Yeah, in a quarter and a half. But I mean, they played tougher competition. It is what it is, and he's looked So I think when he plays the softer schedule, I think they'll be fine. I think right now the sky's falling because they went from they were the best team in the NFC for a day, and now they might be 5-4 on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. John Reed had to mention that Tom tells AB Super Bowl stories before bed. I love it.
Tell me about the war. Anyone?
Yeah. What was it like killing people? Oh man!
Tell me the prayer that you gave to get that 28-3 win.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we are going to roll through the stat leaders at halftime because that was Steelers and Cowboys. Sorry, one last thing. Can the Steelers hit the over on their own? 42 points on their own.
No, that's a lot
On
of
their
points.
own, yeah.
That's a
42
lot.
points.
That's a lot of points, man. That's 7 touchdowns.
Ben's done that in the game.
4 for Ben. Couple for
3
the
for the
running backs.
defense.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Seriously though, yeah. What if
It's absolutely possible.
what if the
but
defense
that's a
puts
lot.
up?
That wouldn't shock me.
What if the defense puts up 2 and Ben puts up 5? I mean, it's road Ben. I'm not really buying into that. But
Especially if it's Gilbert or Cooper or Rush. You don't see Minka with a couple pick sixes.
I see him have
I
like
hope
at least
so.
one.
I plugged him into my IDP league.
Minka's gonna be lurking, man.
I hope so. All right, let's roll into the stat leaders at halftime here for the NFL, and then we're gonna close it out after that. We got like 9 minutes left in this half, but we're gonna close it down after that. We're just gonna run in through the stat leaders that we have, and if they're gonna stay there. We got Packers on 4th and inches. They are going for it, so we should probably follow that here into a second as I get the passing leaders pulled up.
4th and inches. Packers are going for it. Adam Schefter just texted me. He said something about the Raiders have fined John Gruden a lot of money.
I mean, they've been warning the dude for months to start wear his mask the right way. Did we hit something?
I did. Packers gone for it. Maybe are we hard counting this? Are we hard counting?
I guess
Call timeout.
that was kind of stupid. I guess he was hard counting it.
Yeah,
It's basically the length of a football, dude. Just sneaking in.
Yeah, do the Brady jump.
Elite quarterbacks could do that.
That's what they do. All right, passing leaders. If I had to ask you who leads the league in completions, could you tell me?
Completions?
I couldn't tell you this. I knew who it was a few weeks ago.
I have stats up. I don't know what it is right now.
Joe Burrow.
I'd say Russ.
It's Joe Burrow.
Bang.
Joe Burrow leads in completions.
Does he lead in also attempts?
He
He
does
has
lead in
to.
he leads in
I did
attempts.
see the stat that he's
Yeah.
on pace for the most attempts. I think he's 7th most attempts in NFL history. Not for a rookie, just for players.
It's absolutely beautiful.
He's throwing at 67%. Absolutely loving the kid.
That's awesome.
Turning the Bengals into a profit center.
He's
at
got
the
them.
books.
He's got them in every game. That kid is
Now they're spreading it out. They're giving a different look to the Niners here.
doing-
Rodgers rolling out, quick pass, completion.
Perfect.
To Adams. Jesus.
Christ.
Perfect.
It's just too much. I'm not winning this week. Just bury me now.
But yeah, Burrow turning the Bengals into a profit center again, or I don't know about again. I don't know when the last time they were, but they're covering every damn game. Where they one game they have covered.
Two. Steelers and Ravens beat the shit out of them, but every other game they've stayed competitive. And T. Higgins too. He's developed into a stud.
Jake Driscoll says Foles is Kyle Orton. Has Kyle Orton ever thrown 7 touchdowns in a football game? Kyle Orton is drinking whiskey and doing coke on the sidelines. Like Foles is, leading prayer circles and, giving guys motivational speeches. I'm not willing to say they're the same thing. Aaron Johns up the middle, 5.
Good hit. Oh, damn.
Fumble.
Please be a fumble.
Oh, I thought it was a
I
fumble.
would,
That was a good
I would
hit.
love that. I'd love for people to prove me wrong. I hope they're wrong and do good, but I think we do good. I don't know what he's meant. I don't know where you're going there with their Driscoll. But yeah,
Foles and Orton, it's not in the same ballpark to me. One's a Super Bowl champion.
one holds a record for touchdown passes in a game.
One was a placeholder for, a really bad quarterback to
Come in and blow a Super Bowl. Passing yards. Who leads the league, guys?
Russ.
Who you got? Passing yards leads the league.
Right now, it's Russ, right?
Matt Ryan.
No, shit.
Dang.
Yep, Matt Ryan,
462.
I think that's going to stay.
Mahomes, 223.
315. Can Mahomes catch Ryan?
No.
Joe Burrow's third. Can he catch Ryan?
Yes.
Joe Burrow can Mahomes. And the only reason I think it's just because they're going to run the ball more.
Russ is 6th. He's 6th in the league.
He's doing a lot of rushing too.
Who leads the league in interceptions for quarterbacks, and does it stay the same?
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
It's Cousins, right? Cousins or Rivers?
Carson Wentz.
Damn.
Oh, shit. I should have known. When's he?
Where's Cousins? Is he second?
So Carson Wentz has 12, and Cousins has 10. So
Damn, close.
Who has more here at the end of the year? I'm going to say Cousins.
Wentz.
I think Wentz.
Actually, you might be right because he throws a ton.
I think it's Wentz. Oh, my God. Good. The Packers sent the house.
Let's see. Driscoll's asking for Rodgers on yardage, I'm assuming. Rodgers is at 10th. Interceptions, he's going to be last. He's going to be tied with Zach Pascal, I believe.
Yeah, because he just throws the ball away.
Yeah. He's a smart quarterback.
What is it?
Aaron Jones touchdown. Here it goes.
That wasn't a catchable ball. It was outside. It was out of bounds.
What are they going to say? Holding or
Illegal touching?
Illegal contact. Illegal contact.
Both.
I don't give a shit. Whatever.
I'm just ready for Adams to put up the other 2 touchdowns in my face. I'm just tick-tock. I'm living on borrowed time here. Driving me nuts. All right, back to the leaders here. So we're saying Wentz finishes with more interceptions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He's just going to try to do too much.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Any dark horses you guys have for any of these? Like
Cousins?
passing, no,
interceptions?
just like passing leaders. Like
We
you know,
look at-
your top
yeah.
5. You're looking at Matt Ryan, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Tom Brady, Josh Allen.
You see any of those guys other than Ryan finishing first?
Possibly Josh Allen.
For yards,
Touchdown. Who is that?
Mercedes
Lewis.
still in the
My
NFL.
fuck.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't start Tanyan tonight.
Yeah.
That would have been making me real angry. 14-3. Niners need to come down and get a touchdown.
You said for yards, a dark horse.
Yeah, just like in the top 5. Like you think
Allen or Brady can hit it? Brady's getting Antonio Brown now.
I think Brady might light up.
Because I think Aaron's is just going to air the fuck out of the ball now.
I got you. All right, let's move over to some rushing. You have that pulled up actually? Can you just move into that?
I can go to rushing.
All right, so you can fire away then.
All right,
Rushing questions.
Who's the league leader in rushing yards right now?
I'll just take a stab at Dalvin Cook.
Jacobs.
Nope.
James Robinson.
Nope.
Who you got?
It's really obvious.
Henry.
Yep.
Derrick Henry. Yeah.
Derrick Henry at 775 yards. Dalvin Cook is 2 at 652. Number 3, I think, is going to surprise you guys.
Is it James Robinson?
No.
Chubb.
No.
Kareem Hunt.
No.
I don't know.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That is
Wow.
surprising.
Yeah, 572.
He did have that really big game before Bell
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are the top guys there? The others in the mix?
Other top 5 round up. Todd Gurley.
That's
Shout
not
out
surprising.
to Todd Gurley for proving me wrong.
I hate all of it. I hate all of it.
Rojo is number 5 in the NFL on rushing.
He won't
and
stay
he's
there.
going to get buried.
Yeah,
He's going to get buried the rest of the season. He's number
It just
5.
sucks, man. The dude can play. He can't catch. He can run the ball.
Drive me crazy.
Kareem Hunt is actually tied for 5th with him.
Okay.
So he's in the mix. I can
Yeah.
see him still taking off still.
Jacobs and Zeke are only a few yards behind for the tie for 6.
Mhm.
Jacobs is 6 yards behind. Zeke is 8.
Mhm.
Kenyon Drake actually surprising 8th
What?
in the NFL.
It was that huge game again.
yeah,
Like
the
it's just,
Dallas that one
yeah.
run basically.
And honestly though, Drake has gotten steady run. He's just really disappointing, I think, in fantasy because they're not feeding him any passes.
Yeah.
And that's what they were doing last year. Like that's what we were loving about him. But Edmonds
It's a scat back there.
so that's the whole take out of it.
Yep.
Rushing touchdowns
The leader. Oh, this one should be really obvious right now. after last week.
again. Henry.
No.
No.
After I said obvious after last
Oh,
week.
Cook.
Dalvin Cook at 10.
Yeah, because he had 4 or hit 3 rushing, 1 receiving.
Yeah, so Derrick Henry, actually, well, how many total? I'm going to open up Dalvin Cook for just a second because I want to see how many total touchdowns he has. I feel like he's got a few receiving, no?
Who, Dalvin?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. He may have one other one.
Slow connection. Just a second.
Well, you talking some smack about my connection, bro?
Whoa.
Coming at the Comcast?
This is commercial quality
I
here.
was talking about NFL.com. I was talking
okay.
about you guys.
Oh, okay. What about this Taco Bell commercial?
But I'll bring that up later. But the other person, so it's tied for 2nd in the NFL in rushing touchdown is Derrick Henry and Todd Gurley at 8.
Wow.
Well, he had one that lost the game. That sucks. So.
Should that be a negative touchdown? I feel like it
Take
should.
it away.
I feel like you shouldn't get that in fantasy if you weren't supposed to score. I saw the the replay of that with like Matt Ryan going through the audio. Get the first and go down.
Yeah.
Get the first and go down.
Well, I did.
Yep. And so the other one is, you guys are going to be surprised with this. You know who's 3rd in the NFL in rushing touchdowns? Actually, you're going to be surprised with this a lot. 3rd, tied for no. He's sole possession, third, fourth, and fifth rushing leaders in rushing touchdowns.
Trey Burton. I don't fucking know who's up there.
All three of them are quarterbacks.
Dan Jones. Oh no, Cam Newton.
Cam is fifth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, fourth.
Cam. Who else is Lamar?
No.
Brady.
No, there's one that's super obvious right now. I had him as
Russ.
Nope.
Kyler
Murray is 7. He's third
Mhm.
with 7 touchdowns. And then fifth is Carson Wentz. He's got 5 rushing touchdowns.
He's just
Carson
trying
Wentz,
too much.
Come get your touchdowns.
They have more rushing touchdowns than or the same as Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Zeke.
Jair Alexander's out.
Oh my God.
Back for Green Bay.
Sorry, I just had to let this go. John Reed says 3 49ers walk into a bar, 5 get hurt.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, the dad jokes.
I love it. Driscoll called out Wentz in the chat. He called out that call. He's an Eagles fan though, so respect. Puts him on his name. Make hasty. Let's go. Make haste. Not losses of yardage, please.
It is hasty.
What Niners got to do here is suck up the clock and get a touchdown here because they get the ball up in the second half.
They do.
All right, what else you got? You want to go to receiving?
Receiving. Let me do one last for rushing just to see.
Who's leading the league in yards per carry?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't.
Probably Derrick Henry.
Attempts is Henry. Yards per carry. They don't have this on NFL. I may have to pull up ESPN.
Well,
Boo.
Thought you were gonna find it there.
ESPN talking about making more cuts. I mean, who are they going to have? Like, are they going to be calling us soon? Like, what the hell? Like,
I'd be okay with that.
well, I mean, I guess I would, but I don't know.
It'd be entertaining.
Yeah, it's true. It would be a lot more entertaining, but I'd get fined a lot.
You'd probably make it a week.
Yeah, not long. I'd be like Ian Rappaport. It's like, Bruni, you got to sit down a couple of weeks. You're letting out some, Illuminati ESPN shit out over here.
I mean, Benny Cunningham's leaking that the NFL's rigged.
That broke my heart.
Get off my lawn, Benny Cunningham.
Just go away.
I'd be eager to talk to him about it.
I'd be eager to talk to, the lead singer from Blink-182 about aliens, but, we got to get down to it.
So of the people that are eligible, that don't have like one carry for 10 yards, right? It is not a running back.
Quarterback?
Yeah, it's a quarterback with the rushes.
Kyler.
Because Kyler has
gotta be
6.7 yards a carry.
Yeah, because it's just been ridiculous, right? Like he's literally been, I don't know if he can't be leading their team in rushing yards, but it just seems like
by a little bit, not by a lot though.
It seems like every other play he's just taken off.
Yeah, so
he's not making his progressions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you're right.
If you guys want, next would be Phillip Lindsay, but he's only got 45 carries, 6.5. Lamar at 3, 66 carries, 6.3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders, 71 carries, 434 yards.
Nice.
So he's got 6 yards a carry. Raheem Mostert, only 51 carries. Chubb, 57 carries, 5.9 yards a carry. Anybody else that you might get surprised by?
No.
Not really. I think a lot of these, there's a ton of people that are averaging at least 5 of eligible folks.
Driscoll says ESPN might be stealing streams soon. I wouldn't doubt it. Like, I don't know who the hell they're going to hire.
They just have dumbass shows, and
they're laying off a bunch of people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at. Like they keep cutting people. They're going to be hiring us at some point here, and the product is just terrible. Like they need to get Monday Night Football off of ESPN. Like that needs to happen in a fucking.
At
hurry.
least they fixed the booth. Like the booth was such garbage last year. My guy Louis Riddick's in there. I like Greasy.
The booth is not great still.
Remember how instrumental Sports Center was to our childhoods, growing up. I used to watch Sports Center every day, and I didn't even care if it was on the loop. I would watch it 3 times in a row.
ESPN News, baby, let's go.
I don't think I've watched Sports Center
in years, and it's just it's disappointing. It just kind of went away from football. I feel, or sports.
I will catch Matthew Berry and Field Yates in the afternoon. That's a good listen, in my opinion, because they're still
okay,
my idols. That's why I'm doing this shit. It's you see oh wow, they have the same fucking take as I do. I can do that. I talk for a living, literally. So yeah, I could do that, right? So yeah, I'll tune into them, but that's about it. And their same show, Fantasy Now on Sundays. If we weren't doing our show, I'd be in it. But now we're doing our show in the morning, and then I'm leaving for the sports book. So sorry guys, no time.
Yeah,
spread pretty thin. So yeah, fuck you, ESPN, do better. Yeah. All right, receiving stats. Close it out here.
Sure. Who's got the most touchdowns? And actually, there's a tie for touchdowns in the NFL.
How many players?
Let me see if you guys can name 3 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, no, it's no longer a tie.
Okay, just how many are tied for it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 players are tied.
Yep.
Is the amount?
Can you guys name 3 of them?
Is the amount 4 touchdowns?
7.
Okay.
Adam Thielen,
Yes.
Adams.
Devontae Adams.
He's the leader now with 8 because he scored tonight. That's what I said. But he was tied coming in.
Okay, Adams, Thielen.
Some of these are it's just obvious. Don't think too hard about it.
Okay.
Super obvious.
Okay. I'm trying.
Big names. Who's that
DK?
big? Yep, DK is one of them.
Tyler.
Yep.
Claypool?
No.
Okay.
He's at rushing ones, which kind of skews.
Okay.
Come on. That's, one of these guys I was just talking about. For who do we want the rest of the year for this team?
Oh, Mike Evans.
Yep. And then
Calvin Ridley?
Nope.
Really?
This one I'm going to tell you, you're going to be like, what the fuck, really?
Did you say Metcalf?
Yeah, the Metcalf covered.
Lockett?
You
Oh,
covered. You already said Lockett.
Okay, my bad.
You guys are like, really?
Diggs?
Nope.
Mm.
You were really high on him.
John Brown.
Here. Nope.
Me?
Yeah, you were high on this guy.
Allen, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp.
Robert Woods.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh well, yeah.
Wow.
7 touchdowns.
I guess
All
this
in like
week.
1 week.
Yeah, he had 2 this week, so I guess yeah.
He's had a few games where he had a touchdown in a row.
Mhm.
And then second, Calvin Ridley's got 6. Crazy part, my guy Travis Kelce's got 6 as well.
Nice.
That
That's
Chiefs
what's up.
offense, man. That's
So yeah, we were getting into that earlier. The year Kelsey versus Hill. I'm still saying that Kelsey's the better play this year. He's been more consistent. 7 touchdowns for Hill, 6 for Kelsey. They're both eating. I love it.
while we're talking, let's do a quick comparison on the halfway point on where they are. So Hill's 35 catches, 537 yards, 15,
Kelsey's at like 45 or 50.
48.
Yeah,
Yeah, almost at 50.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
So there's a significant difference there. He's averaging 13 yards a carry, which is 13 yards a catch, which is very
Mhm.
very solid still. But yeah, those 2 are pretty good. Any other surprises in here? Who leads? You guys know who leads the league in yards?
Hopkins. Or Hopkins.
Adams.
I'll say Hopkins.
It probably would have been Adams had he played the whole year. It is Hopkins. I don't see Adams.
Woo! Let's go! Interception! But there's a flag on the play. Please be on the offense. Please be on the offense.
Packers, of course, they're going to get.
Come on, be on the offense.
Good break, man.
Oh, that was a beautiful break. Let's go. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. We need this for the cover. Let's go. Holding. Offense.
Illegal man down.
Fuck!
What is that?
It's on the defense.
What play
No,
is
it's
that?
on the no.
Oh.
Somebody in the huddle.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man.
Wow.
That's why I was.
Rogers got it off. He was looking for it too. He was looking for it. Watch him. He sees him. He looks up to the right, pulls it right away, looking for a free play. The man's fucking a genius. I don't know what to tell you.
Bitch.
I don't know what to tell you. The dude's really fucking smart. Big brain, Aaron.
So yes, the top 3 receivers, Hopkins, you guys got. So next 2 and 3, I think they're going to be very surprising to you.
Rookies?
No, they're not rookies, but they're not far behind Hopkins. These guys easily could be league leaders in receiving yards after 8
Is
weeks.
Thielen one?
No,
Metcalf?
no.
Lockett.
Metcalf's 4.
Lockett.
No, Lockett is further down. He's
What
first.
about Hunter Renfro?
For
He-
receiving yards?
He's gotten some yardage this year.
Second in the NFL though.
You were saying very surprising. That would have been very surprising.
That would have been.
For the Raiders.
Why?
too.
Yes, like Raiders would be like what 5-1, 5-2. Like,
He's
what
on
the
our
fuck?
team.
Like-
Stephon Diggs is number 2 in the NFL, 695 yards. So he's
Okay.
only 9 yards behind Hopkins.
Okay, pretty close.
Number 3, Robbie Anderson, 688.
Wow, that's a good one.
Roby.
He's been having sneaky games. A
Yes.
lot of, and it's like when you think about it, it's not surprising because I feel like every week it's 70, 80 yards, 70, 80 yards, right?
Yeah,
He's like very consistent, right? It's
Mhm.
not like he's having a 150-yard game.
he did have one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. It's not like he's having that game
Mhm.
and like it's just 30 yards after that. He's been very consistent all year, and he's been a great pickup for that team.
John Reed asked Mike Williams, too inconsistent.
I like him.
He's had some big games.
He's coming on.
But to be a top 5 yardage guy, like he's not there yet. But I hope he comes on because I got some Herbert Williams stack. I hope that turns into A-Rod and fucking Adams this week.
Yeah.
I really do. Williams could have had 2 touchdowns last week. He had literally a ball just pulled from his arms in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
what the fuck? Talk about a win.
So last one here, I just want to wrap up for
Yep.
catches.
Yep, we're gonna wrap up the show after that.
Yeah, league leader in catches,
I'm gonna say Keenan.
6th.
6th.
Damn.
Four away from the leader spot.
That's not a big lead though.
Hopkins.
Yep,
Adams.
it's Hopkins.
What's the order between Hopkins and
Hopkins is 1. Keenan is 6.
Okay, but go the guys in between them.
This guy's two catches behind Hopkins. And he's not a receiver.
Oh, it's got to be Kamara.
Yep.
Yeah, Kamara's going to go for the record.
Yeah, he might get it. CMC had 112, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He's going to break CMC's record.
I think so. He's well on pace for that through 7. Then it's Diggs.
Okay.
Amari Cooper is tied for 3rd with Diggs. Actually, no. Amari Cooper and Tyler Boyd are tied with Diggs for number 3 and 54.
That's your boy, Tyler Boyd.
Tyler
there,
Boyd. Nick was on him.
That's what
And then it's Keenan, and then Robbie Anderson at number 7. Allen Robinson at 8.
I don't hate that.
He's gotten some good volume.
Yeah, he's getting volume. Just wish he had a quarterback.
Yeah, right.
And then Lockett's 9, and then
Rodgers rolling
10.
out. He's going to go for it. He's got it. Nice. Yeah, he's just too fucking
Half
good.
the prop.
Yeah. Did not have it tonight. I'm not feeling good about this game. Do not have it tonight. Rodgers 10 for 15, 84 passing yards.
Look
2
at his
passing
yards
touchdowns.
too. That's why I thought under, because
Well, he
10
can still
for 15.
he can still hit the under on these props, but still have a big win.
Yeah.
But all I can hope for the Niners to cover in this game, because it's not looking good, is the Packers to really do what they've been doing in the past weeks and go up. They've been up in their past 2 games.
That interception was really key. How much time is left?
The Packers are going to finish out this quarter the way it looks like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. So if the Niners can get the ball back somehow and steal a points, they can double up and get the 2-for-1 possession.
It's a
stretch, but
yeah, it's tough.
You're saying there's a chance.
You're telling me there's an opportunity.
I mean, they're playing aggressive. Hopefully, they can actually pick off Rodgers, but who knows?
Getting a little warm in here, fellas.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, says Imran. No, next time I'll leave the window open. It was really cold in here when Nick got here and we had to.
It's one of those days.
Yeah. God knows what's going on outside.
Maryland weather.
Yeah, I love it. Reminds me of home. And then this whole month is like Halloween town in Maryland. I'm not a fall person. People are like, oh, the colors. You ever seen the Daniel Tosh thing about fall? The colors and everything's brown and it's beautiful. It's not me. I'm with Daniel Tosh. Fuck the fall.
I'm a fall guy. It's very cool. It's good for me. It's comfortable weather, hoodie weather.
It's all good. Hey, don't get me wrong. Hoodie weather is pleasant. I don't mind, cozying up to a nice fire, getting nice and cozy and warm, but I can fucking do that anytime. I can just travel somewhere where it's fucking cold. I like warm weather. I like the summer. So I'm not all about it, but all right. You guys got anything to close it down with? We're shutting it down.
Well, today we actually broke our record on our website for most views. It was around 1,400, I believe.
Ooh.
So no, 1,300. I apologize. So appreciate all the support, guys. You guys are really just keeping us going. We do it all for you guys, and we just love that you guys are liking, sharing, and giving good words like Lee J. That was the best message we've gotten for that. We really do appreciate that. So we're just going to keep it rolling for the rest of the season. Our new guys will definitely be providing content very soon for you guys.
Anything else?
No, appreciate all the support, guys. Like I mentioned in my post today, the last couple of weeks I've asked everyone. I appreciate you guys reading the articles, sharing the articles, and I kept asking more for you guys, or beat the previous records for the articles, and you guys have been doing it every week, and it's been awesome. Looking forward to providing great content for you guys for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Really pumped about today's success, and realistically, just the success we've had in recent weeks. Tonight's engagement in the chat, booming. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for everyone coming out, contributing. We're going to be giving away the hoodie. A lot of entries going to be in the mix tonight, so we're pumped about that. The more, the merrier. You guys filled our hearts tonight and today, so thank you so much. This was TITTH number 66. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Later.
I was like, oh boy.
Oh, no, I got to take these off. Dude. Oh. They're still washing. They're waiting for us. Oh. We're leaving now. The mic.